Here tonight from the Diamond in Lake Elsinore, Quakes baseball back on the air. Our studio coordinator in the Corona studios tonight, John Souter, again joins us for the broadcast. The Quakes in a must-win situation tonight. You don't like to put too many labels on games like that, but a very important ball game for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes tonight in terms of saying that they must win. Well, if they don't win tonight, it doesn't mean that it's over. It just makes things that much harder down the stretch. The Quakes have dropped the first two of this three-game series. They are now 2.5 back, and the difference in tonight's ball game is being a game and a half behind Lake Elsinore for the final playoff spot, with 4 at home coming up, or 3.5 behind Lake Elsinore for the final playoff spot, with 4 at home coming up. And that would put a lot of pressure on the ball club to perform over the weekend, and it would leave very little room for error as the Storm have come out. They have grabbed the first two games of this series. The first one, a 14-inning victory that was a 7-6 on Tuesday night, and last night's ball game, a 6-4 win. The Quakes are scoreless in 12 innings so far against the Lake Elsinore bullpen, a bullpen that has been very effective so far. And tonight they're going to see a bullpen start, so to speak. It's Antonio Osuna getting the rehab start tonight. He's only going to pitch 1 inning, though. David Pauley, who was scheduled to throw tonight, will come in the second inning. So it's just Osuna for 1 inning, and then Pauley from the second inning on. Now, for the Quakes in the bullpen, warming up down the right field line is right-hander Dominic Woody, and he is making his first start since his debut on Saturday night, a very successful debut, although the Quakes were unable to win the ball game and hold on to the lead. Dominic Woody left the game with a lead, and after 7 innings, he had only walked 1 batter. He had struck out 7. And so the Quakes will look to Woody tonight to turn around the losing ways as of late and get them back on the win column, and that would be very big for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. They have 4 with Lake Elsinore coming up tomorrow night back at the Epicenter, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday evening, and then again on Monday night. But when Lake Elsinore breaks with the Quakes on Monday, they will take on the High Desert Mavericks here at the Diamond. And the Quakes will stay home. They will take on the Lancaster Jethawks, the first-place Lancaster Jethawks. So with not much you can expect in terms of help on the schedule, that's not to say that you're writing off those ball games and that you can't get help, but in order to be able to control your own destiny, well, the Quakes in these matchups right now with the Storm have to be winning these ball games in order to make sure that in the final 2 weeks of the season, and as we approach down the playoff stretch, they are indeed controlling their own destiny and not depending on other ball clubs for help. So tonight, it's the wrap-up. It's the final game of a 3-game series. And for some reason, as I peer out onto the left field video board or the left field message board, for some reason there was a picture of former President Bill Clinton. Don't ask me why, but his picture was up on the video board. Anyhow, a little larger crowd than normal for tonight's ball game here at the ballpark, and so we are expecting a good one. Very pleased you can join us. They're going to get set for the national anthem in just a few moments. So we're going to step away, and when we come back, we're going to have the starting lineups, the first pitch, and the action for you. It's the Quakes at the Storm next on KWRM 1370.
One of the best golfing values in the Inland Empire. That's what they say about Goose Creek Golf Club in Curloma. It's every golfer's dream with the championship course designed by Schmidt & Gurley. And Goose Creek Golf Club offers a practice facility, including an all-grass driving range and large putting greens. Goose Creek Golf Club is located off the 15 freeway at the Limonite exit between the 60 and the 91 freeways. See it up at Goose Creek tomorrow and have a great game.
It's a whole new ball game. Play baseball. Family fun and so much more. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
Reserve a pregame picnic at the Epicenter for a unique group experience. After you take with your group of 25 or more will move to your seats to watch the game.
All options include all you can eat and drink, plus your game ticket. Choose from 3 great menu options. Prices start at just $15 per person.
Family fun and so much more. Rancho, Cucamonga, Quakes. The excitement you've been looking for. Rancho, Cucamonga, Quakes. It's a whole new ballgame.
Time now to run down the starting lineups. First for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, Bobby Meacham in the lineup tonight has Erick Aybar leading off at shortstop. Reggie Willits will bat second, and he'll be the center fielder. Willits back in the lineup after he left the ballgame last night due to an injury. Ryan Budde will catch and hit third. Michael Napoli bats cleanup, and he's at first base. Adam Pafkovich is the third baseman tonight, batting fifth. Jared Abruzzo will DH and hit sixth. B.J. Weed is in right field, hitting seventh. Demetrius Heath is the second baseman, hitting eighth. And Jason Sugden bats ninth and is in left field. Aybar, Willits, Budde, Napoli, Pafkovich, Abruzzo, Weed, Heath, and Sugden. We'll get to the Storm lineup in the bottom half of the first inning. But we're all set for baseball now as Antonio Osuna steps on the mound for the Quakes, or for the Storm, to face Erick Aybar. And the Quakes looking to avoid a sweep in the home series here for the Storm as Osuna comes home, and the first pitch at 7:07 drops down low, and the count is 1-0. Another warm night, somewhat on the humid and sticky side here, but as the 1-0 pitch, Aybar swings and skies it to left center. Baker is moving over in the gap. He is there to make the catch, one man out. As the Storm and the Quakes get set right here for the final game, they're playing under somewhat cooler temperatures than over the last couple of days. It is significantly cooler, but there is some cloud cover, which is certainly keeping down some of the humidity here at the diamond. Reggie Willits, the center fielder, steps into the box. Willits standing off the plate and standing up in the box from the left side. Here's the pitch, and it's taken for a strike. The count is 0-1. David Pauley, tonight's original starter, is warming up down the line in the bullpen. He will come in and he will pitch the second inning. Antonio Osuna, long-time Major League veteran. Here's Osuna from the stretch. A pause at the belt, and the 0-1 on the way. Swinging a shot, hit down the right field line. That one is back up onto the berm as it rattles around a little bit off of the stairwell that goes down, and some fans went over to slide, and some youngsters chasing after that foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes, and one man out. Now a pause at the belt. Here's the pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss, and Willits is out on strikes. So they kept that one away from Willits. He is gone for the second out. And coming up to the plate is Ryan Budde. Antonio Osuna made his Major League debut in 1995 with the Dodgers. Now, Osuna in 95, 96, and 97 was up and down in the Dodgers farm system. And he stayed in 98 for the full year. The pitch is down low, 1 ball, no strikes. But when you look at the bio from Osuna, there was only 1 year, and that was 1998, in which he did not spend different parts of the year in the Dodger farm system. Now, over the last two was due to injury. The 1-0 swing and a foul back to the screen, and the count is 1-1. Osuna, after some time in the American League with both the White Sox and the Yankees, has made his way back and has been battling some elbow problems, and that is why he is on the disabled list right now with the Padres. 1-1 to Ryan Budde. Here's the pitch, swing and a bouncer right back to Osuna on the mound. He does it. He throws to first, inning over. So he waits a 1-2-3 top half of the first against the Quakes. We head to the bottom half of the inning. Ramos, Baker, and McAnulty coming up. It's the Quakes nothing, and the Storm coming to bat.
Please leave a message.
Hi, Dad. It's me. Sorry you weren't home. I just wanted to let you know Mom and I are having a great time here in Laughlin, Nevada. We miss you a ton and can't wait to get home. But unfortunately, our tire busted. Yeah, our spare busted too, simultaneously. What are the chances of that? And also, it snowed here. Yeah, it snowed like 5 feet, and all the roads are closed. I know you've heard it's the desert here, but it's one of those snowy deserts. Not all beautiful and sunny like you've heard. So it looks like we'll have to stay for at least a couple more days. Don't worry, though. We'll keep playing the flats and water skiing and hiking and having dinner by the gorgeous river and going out dancing and stuff, if we have to. Okay, Dad. Bye-bye.
Young or old, there's a lot to do these days in Laughlin. So if you come, plan on staying a while. For more info, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
Talking to Allstate agents Bob Johnston and Diane Combs can really make a driver feel safe. When you call Bob Johnston at 946-1066 or Diane Combs at 986-1257, you get a knowledgeable insurance agent who's there when you need help, whose name is in the same book as yours, who can see if you qualify for discounts or tell you what insurance on a new car will cost. But no one has people like Allstate. Allstate Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois. Call Bob Johnston in Upland at 946-1066 or Diane Combs in Ontario at 986-1257. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Running down the Storm's lineup there in the bottom of the first as the Quakes fail to score in the top of the inning. Peter Ramos will lead off and be at second base. Casey Baker, the center fielder, will hit second. Paul McAnulty, the left fielder, will bat third. Jesse Roman at first base tonight, batting cleanup. Mike Richardson, the designated hitter, hitting fifth. Josh Carter is in right field. He'll bat sixth. Kervin Jacobo, the third baseman, hits seventh. Andres Pagan will catch and hit eighth. And Skip Adams, the shortstop, bats ninth. Ramos, Baker, McAnulty, Roman, Richardson, Carter, Jacobo, Pagan, and Adams. On the mound for the Quakes, Dominic Woody. And Woody was very, very good in his first start. The Quakes had to be very pleased with his performance, and he pitched 7 innings. He left the ballgame, as we mentioned in the opener, with the lead. Dominic Woody walked just one batter, and that was in his final inning of work as he started to tire at the end. He gave up 2 runs that were both earned, 6 hits. He gave up 1 home run in that game, 7 strikeouts. So with 2 of the runs and 1 of them coming on a solo home run, you also get the sense that Bakersfield did not rally much off of him, and that's indeed the case. Woody, who will throw sometimes from the side and even from a high three-quarters delivery, winds and throws, and the first pitch to Ramos is taken for a strike. The count is 0-1. Dominic Woody, in just his first full season pitching professionally, he winds and throws, the 0-1 on the way, swinging a foul off to the right, and a fan walking down the aisle with his beer, reached out with his left hand, and he didn't get the ball, but he spilled some of his beer. And the count is 0-2 now to Ramos. Right-handed hitter batting .269, no home runs, 8 RBIs. The pitch is low and away. It is blocked by Budde. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Woody stands with the feet spread apart, 1 foot on the far right side, the other foot on the far left side of the rubber, and he throws. The 1-2 is low and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Woody, a one-time catcher and a product of the University of Washington. And he was a switch hitter in his playing days as a catcher. Here's the 2-2 on the way. blowing away. The count is 4-3-2. He stands 6'3", 210, very lean, and he currently resides in Washington, a native of Washington. He was born in Spokane. Woody is 25. The next pitch swinging a ground ball past the diving Paskovich and into left field, a base hit. So a leadoff hit for Ramos, and coming up is Casey Baker. Woody is coming up on his 26th birthday. And he'll celebrate that on the 17th of August. And if I stand corrected, if that is the case, looks like Woody's next start will come on his 26th birthday. The Quakes that night will take on Lancaster at the Epicenter. Here's Baker now with a runner at first, nobody out, and the pitch is down low. The count is 1-0. Baker hitting .284 with a home run and 21 RBIs. 1 ball, no strikes the count. In on the grass at third is Paskovich. The runner bluffs at first. The pitch is taken for a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. Baker followed by McAnulty here in the first. Woody into the stretch. Now he pauses at the belt. He throws. Runner goes. Pitch is swung on and fouled off to the left. And that ball skipped around in the seats and back up onto the concourse. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That almost hit a fan walking down the aisle that didn't even see the ball coming. 1-2 the count as Baker gets back in the box. The lights on here at the Diamond. The field completely in the shadows with just the sun on the top portions of the big right field wall. Next pitch swinging a bouncer to Napoli at first. He does it, goes to Aybar short for 1. Aybar cannot return the throw back to first. Woody was not there on the bag as he was getting up the line. Casey Baker and Woody were arriving to the bag at the same time, and Aybar kind of double clutch as if he was trying to stick with the play, and then at the last moment again just decided to hold on to the ball and not return a throw down there. 1 man out for Paul McAnulty. Casey Baker is safe on the fielder's choice at first. The fielder's choice that goes 3-6. 1 man out, and McAnulty, a .302 hitter with 21 home runs and 74 RBIs, is at the plate. A turn in the throw back to first, and Baker is just back. Napoli really wanted that call, but didn't get it. And instead, Baker is up on the bag after dusting his jersey off. In left field tonight is Jason Sugden. He stands straight away and deep. Reggie Willits back in the lineup, and he is shading towards left center. Woody is set from the belt, and a turn and a throw back over, and back safely is Baker. In the right field, and straight away for the Quakes is B.J. Weed. Weed is playing just a step in front of the warning track, and just to the left of where the manually operated scoreboard ends on the wall. Playing towards the right center side of the scoreboard. The pitch is down low, and the count 2-0 to McAnulty. At third base, Adam Paskovich with a jersey already covered in dirt after that diving attempt on the ball hit by Ramos. Aybar medium depth at short. Demetrius Heath plays back at second. Napoli holding on the runner at first, and Woody turns and throws back over, and Napoli catches it, but back safely is Baker on a head-first slide. Behind the plate is Ryan Budde. Got Dominic Woody from the stretch with a runner away from first, and now he pauses at the belt. Budde setting up to the outside. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit and play. Center field. Reggie Willits coming over in left center. He makes the catch. And returning back to first is Casey Baker. 2 men out, and Jesse Roman coming up. Quakes baseball tonight from the Diamond in Lake Elsinore, being brought to you in part by Carl Budde. With 9 distinct flavors, look for original Carl Budde in your favorite grocer. Carl Budde, a real slice of life. Jesse Roman batting .279 with 6 home runs, 27 RBIs at the plate. Runner goes. The pitch is taken for a strike. Throw down to second base. Aybar grabs it on a hop and applies the tag on Baker. He is caught stealing to end the inning. One hit, nobody left on base. Roman will pick his at bat up in the second. And after one tonight in Elsinore, no score.
Network crashes, lost data, corrupt files. Computer problems can leave you stranded in the middle of nowhere. So next time, call DNet Computers. We feature repairs, troubleshooting, internet expertise, network setup, hardware upgrades and supplies, as well as custom PCs built to order. We're committed to carrying only quality components, so you know what you buy is going to last. Find out more online at dnetcomputers.com. DNet Computers, building systems that deliver.
Vineyard Bank, your hometown bank, is proud to support our hometown team, the Quakes. You could say we've been sending a few shockwaves of our own around the local banking industry with a performance that can only be described as, well, off the scale. We're rolling through the region with a creative force that is changing the whole banking experience. Ingenuity and flexibility are our mantra as we look for innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively to help businesses and families alike. As one of the fastest growing banks in California, we'll continue to shake things up in order to give our customers what they need. We don't measure our success one bank charge at a time like some do. We measure it by how we have contributed to the quality of life for our customers and our community today, and for generations to come. We'll be there the next time Quakes hit a home run, and many more to follow.
David Pauley takes the mound now for the Lake Elsinore Storm. Antonio Osuna pitching in the rehab start. Osuna, who retired the Quakes in order in his previous rehab outing, that was 2 nights ago, comes back to do the same here in the first. And now as we hit at the top of the second, David Pauley with a record of 6-9 and an ERA at 4.45 comes into the ballgame. Pauley lost his last start against Modesto on Friday night, right here at the Diamond. 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. Walked the batter and struck out 4. And Michael Napoli is at the plate leading it off against Pauley, and the pitch is low and away to Napoli, and the count is 1-0. Napoli hitting .294, 26 home runs, 106 RBIs. Here's the windup by Pauley, and the 1-0 on the way is taken up and outside. And he hits the corner for a strike, and the count is even now at a ball and a strike. Behind the plate, Scott Jarrett calling balls and strikes. The 1-1 on the way, swinging a foul back to the screen. And the count 1-2. The Quakes had problems with his strike zone on Tuesday night. Jarrett behind the plate calling balls and strikes, and Chris Pauley is the base umpire. Here's the 1-2, and it's taken low and away, 2-2. I think it's Chris Pauley. It's Chris Bakke. Bakke is on the bases tonight. And Jared behind the plate. The 2-2 to Napoli. Swinging a fly ball. Looks at the right field. Carter going back. And he's in front of the track, moving near the line, and he makes the catch. 1 out. Napoli retired. Here comes Adam Pavkovich. Peter DeBruzzo, who is on deck, back in the lineup tonight for the Quakes as the designated hitter. Pavkovich hitting .235, 8 home runs, 33 RBIs. In fact, Pavkovich has hit safely in 12 of his last 13 games. 1 out. Pauley winds and throws the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. The count is 0-1. At third base is Kevin Jacobo, plays even with the bag. And just a step behind the grass. The shortstop is Skip Adams. Ramos back on the grass at second base. The 0-1, tailing low and away to Pavkovich. 1 ball and a strike. Roman with his hands on his knees off the line at first and back to the bag. Carter is straight away and right. Baker shaded just a tad to right center. Here's the 1-1 on the way. After it swings and drives one out towards right center field. Baker on the run, in the gap, lifted up, and it is gone. Adam Paskovich drills it to the right center power alley. His 9th home run of the season. That was right between the 386 and 342 markers. Just to the right of the video board, and Paskovich, with his 9th home run, is the 34th RBI of the year. And that was a pretty good line shot to the alleyway. Gives the Quakes a 1-0 lead. Now here's Jared Abruzzo. Switch hitter batting left-handed, swings and misses at a changeup. And the count is 0-1. Adam Paskovich continuing to get more playing time and moving up in the lineup. He has taken over the third base position since Porter left. Next pitch is up and in. And the count 1-1. Abruzzo hitting .255, 9 home runs, 41 RBIs. 1-0 Quakes, top of the second. Here's the windup by Pauley, and the next pitch, swinging a roller, a slow roller to second. Ramos comes in, charges, fields, sets himself, and throws over to first to retire Abruzzo for the second out. 2 men gone, and coming up is B.J. Weed. Pascovich's home run was a line drive. Did a very nice job staying inside of the ball. And that ball got out of here in a hurry. Carter had given chase and immediately was looking up at the wall. And that ball maybe crept out maybe a foot higher than the wall, maybe. The pitch is taken for a strike to B.J. Weed. The count is 0-1. B.J. Weed batting .281, 3 home runs, 45 RBIs. Here's the windup by Pauley. The pitch to the plate, down low for a strike. And Weed steps out of the box. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Baker shading Weed towards left center. McAnulty in left, playing straight away. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a shot out towards left center field. On comes Baker. It's going to fall for a base hit. B.J. Weed around the bag at first. They'll stop there. A 2-out single for B.J. Weed, taking the ball to the opposite field. And so far, the 2 men to get hits off of Pauley here in the second inning are guys that have been able to drive it to the opposite field. It's not an important game for the Quakes. They don't want to fall 3.5 behind in the final playoff spot in the final wild card race. Here's Dimitri Heath standing back in the box from the right side. He takes down low, and the count is 1-0. Heath hitting .333, no home runs, 6 RBIs. Now Pauley throws. The next pitch is up and away. 2-0 the count. Losing this game tonight, if it means falling 3.5 back, then you have to use your home games in this stretch of games between the Storm and the Quakes. The Quakes are forced to use their home games to their advantage to just try and make up ground and make up all their ground. The 2-0 pitch, swinging a little tapper out in front of the plate, and conversion is Pagan and Pauley, and neither one picks it up. And everybody is safe. Weed is second, and Heath is on at first. A little tapper out in front of the mound. It was actually closer to home plate. Pauley charged straight off the mound, and Pagan came charging up on that ball. And it was, you take it, no, you take it, that type of routine there. And they both pulled off the ball at the same moment. Here's Jason Sugden now. 2 men out. Away from second is Weed. Heath away from first. Here's the pitch to Sugden, taken low and away. And the count 1-0. Jason Sugden, switch hitter, batting left-handed. One ball, no strikes to count. Sugden with a home run this year, 15 RBIs, hitting .217. Pauley throws into 1-0 on the way, swinging a foul back to the screen. The count 1-1. Pauley on the year 6-9 and a 4.45 earned run average. 123 and a third innings pitched for Pauley. He has walked 46, struck out 102. And he has been a reliable starter for Lake Elsinore. They're going to need him down the stretch, that's for sure, to continue to be reliable. The 1-1. Sugden takes up high. 2 balls and a strike. Opponents hitting just .269 against Pauley. He stands 6'2" on the mound, weighs 170 pounds. Pauley has faced the Quakes 4 times this year. In fact, there was a stretch right at when these two clubs were playing each other quite often, back and forth between the Diamond and Lake Elsinore. And the next pitch, swinging a ground ball, base hit in the center field. He waved around third is lead. He will score. Stopping at second base is Heath. Jason Sugden with an RBI single makes it 2-0 Quakes. His 16th RBI of the season for Sugden. Heath stops at second. Saying before that last pitch that between Lake Elsinore and the Epicenter, when these two teams were playing each other quite a bit at the start or at a stretch at the end of May and the beginning of June, that Lake Elsinore, David Pauley, here's the pitch now to Erick Aybar, taken for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Pauley had faced the Quakes 3 consecutive starts. One on the 30th of May, one on June 4th, and the other on June 9th. 3 consecutive starts against one ball club. The 0-1 pitch, Aybar goes swinging for it and misses, and the count is 0-2. In fact, Pauley, who had done pretty poorly in the first struggle, allowed 6 earned runs over 5 innings, came back, and the next 2 were quite a different story. 0-2 to count. And he has not seen the Quakes since that time. This is his 5th start, though, against Rancho Cucamonga. The next pitch, Aybar swings and whistles a fly ball. Into shallow right center. Ramos at second is back on it. He reaches up to make the catch, and the inning is over. The Quakes, here in the second inning, scored twice on 4 hits. No errors and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom half of the second inning tonight from the Diamond. The Quakes have grabbed a 2-0 lead.
If your home team is hungry for a mealtime winner, there's nothing better than original Call Budde. With 9 distinct flavors like smoked turkey, honey ham, and corned beef, we've got the taste and variety that never strikes out. Plus, we've got the convenience that keeps meal preparation time from going into extra innings. Look for original Carl Budde in 2.5-ounce, 8-ounce, and 1-pound sizes at your favorite grocer. That's Carl Budde, a real slice of life.
Family fun and so much more. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, the excitement you've been looking for. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
Celebrate a birthday in style with Trevor and the rest of the Quakes family here at the Epicenter. Packages include 12 cafe or club tickets, a special gift for the birthday person, a souvenir for each guest, a personalized cake, and more. Birthday packages for 12 people cost just $200.
Family fun and so much more. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, the excitement you've been looking for. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, it's a whole new fun.
Well, we move now to the bottom of the second inning with the score 2-0 in favor of the Quakes. And Jesse Roman to lead it off against Dominic Woody, and he takes strike 1. The count is 0-1.
Roman batting .279, 6 home runs, 27 RBIs on the season. Here's the windup and the 0-1 on the way. And a fastball on the inside corner for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Roman, Richardson, and Carter, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Storm here in the bottom half of the second. 2-0 the score as Woody winds and throws home. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First strikeout on the night for Woody. You know, he had 7 in his last start. And coming up is Mike Richardson. Quakes leading this one 2-0, and in the top half of the second inning, if you're just joining us, Adam Taskovich with a home run to right center field, a solo shot, and then an RBI single by Jason Sugden later in the inning. The Quakes stranded 2 on base in the top of the inning. Here's Richardson, 1 out, and Woody throws the pitch, swinging a high fly ball lifted to left field. Sugden going back on the ball with room in front of the track, and he makes the catch for the second out. Where Sugden caught that ball was where Paul McAnulty hit his game-winning double down the left field line the other night in the 14-inning game. And the wall, which is 330 feet away down the left field line, angles away to the 380 marker, and the wall elevates to about 12 feet, and the pitch to Carter comes in, and it hits him. It hits him on the left hip. So Carter is at first base. He's hit by the pitch, and now it'll be Kervin Jacobo. And if you're the left fielder and you're approaching that line, you also are the field of play behind you also shrinks up quite a bit. So if you're approaching the line and you're coming at it at an angle, which most left fielders would do if you're playing in normal positioning, if the ball is hit down that line, that wall can jump up on you at a moment's notice, and that's right where Duncan had trouble with that ball the other night. Here's Jacobo, switch hitter, batting left-handed, and he swings and he tips an off-speed pitch into the glove of Budde, and the count is 0-1. 2 men out here in the bottom of the second. 2-0 the score, and Woody to the glove. A pause at the belt. Here's the 0-1 on the way, swinging a foul off to the left, hits up on top of the roof, and rolls back down the other side, and the count is 0-2. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Quakes, no runs, and 1 hit for the Storm. Woody nods and gets a sign he likes. Now he throws the 0-2 on the way. He drops from 3/4 and fires outside. The count is 1-2. Jacobo batting .217, 11 home runs, 47 RBIs. Woody, a pause at the belt. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Swinging a drive into right center field. On with Chase. Goes Reed. He's going to play it on a hop. Around second is Carter. He's heading to third. He'll stop there. Jacobo has a single. And the runners first and third now for Lake Elsinore here in the bottom of the second inning. Andres Pagan will come up to the plate. B.J. Reed back in right field. He came in and, B.J. Reed was at second base last night. He had to move over to right field when Willits left at the ball game, but he's back in right tonight. 2 outs for Pagan, first and third. Here it comes. The pitch is in there for a strike. The count is 0-1. Well, this afternoon, the Angels lost their ball game to the Baltimore Orioles. A businessman special from Anaheim. 6-1, the Orioles beat up on Bartolo Colon. The pitch is delivered low. The count 1-0. The Angels have been playing much better ball as of late. But they lost And Baltimore, they had their longest winning streak last night snapped. Their longest winning streak for the Orioles since 1999. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a bouncer foul back to Deion Dexter, going to count 1-2. And that was an 8-game winning streak. Snapped last night as the Angels won at 4-2, but today Baltimore comes back and wins 6-1. Lopez Berlin, he went 7 innings today for Baltimore. 1 earned run, 5 hits. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 men out to Pagan. First and third. Now Woody throws home the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. And after 2 tonight, it's the Quakes 2 and the Storm nothing.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Quakes broadcast is brought to you in part by David Darwin Flooring, a quality service since 1980. By Trademark Industries, your complete satisfaction is our trademark. By American Coatings, they protect your investment. By The Beer Hunter, the place where friends gather. And by William Scotsman, your mobile office specialist in Riverside.
In your bank, your hometown bank is proud to support our hometown team, the Quakes. You could say we've been sending a few shockwaves of our own around the local banking industry with a performance that can only be described as, well, off the scale. We're rolling through the region with a creative force that is changing the whole banking experience. Ingenuity and flexibility are our mantra as we look for innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively to help businesses and families alike. As one of the fastest growing banks in California, we'll continue to shake things up in order to give our customers what they need. We don't measure our success one bank charge at a time like some do. We measure it by how we have contributed to the quality of life for our customers and our community today, and for generations to come. We'll be there the next time Quakes hit a home run, and many more to follow.
Well, we're heading to the top half of the third with the score, the Quakes 2 and the Storm nothing. And for the Quakes, it'll be Reggie Willits, Ryan Budde, and then Michael Napoli here in the top half of the third inning. The Quakes posting 2 runs on the board in the top of the second. Reggie Willits struck out swinging in the first, final throw going down to second base. We were talking before the half inning came to an end, and that was with the Orioles and Angels today, where the Orioles were 6-1 winners. So they take 2 out of 3. The Angels will host Detroit over the weekend back at Angel Stadium. Cologne took the loss. He's now 11-9 in that ballgame. Here's the windup by Pauley, and he throws home. The pitch to Reggie Willits is down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Deanne did his 22nd for the Angels. Melvin Mara his 21st for the Orioles. The 1-0, swinging a bouncer. That one's a fair ball. Ash Roman down the right field line. It goes down into the corner. Willits around first, heading for second. Now he's turning it on. He's heading for third. The throw and the ball is picked out of the corner by Carter. The throw comes to third late. And Reggie Willits is in, sliding with a leadoff triple. Here is Ryan Budde coming up to the plate now. Ryan Budde with a little bouncer back to the mound his last time up. With Roman at first base playing somewhat in with Willits, he just slapped that ball down the right field line. And it had to be the last bounce it took beyond the bag at first. Landed inside of the foul line. This was a fair ball. Went down into the corner. And Carter, for a moment, had a hard time getting the ball out of the corner. Here's Budde. He swings and drives it to left field. McAnulty's there. He makes the catch. Tagging is Willits. He's coming home. The throw is not in time.
Willits scores on a sacrifice fly by Ryan Budde to left field, an RBI, and it makes it 3-0 Quakes. That ball was hit straight away left field. McAnulty moved back just a step. He was already playing medium to somewhat deep in the outfield. Well, off the bat, you knew that it was going to have a good chance of scoring a run. Now here's Michael Napoli, the pitch. Napoli takes a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Napoli fly to right in the second. Next pitch, swinging a ground ball backhanded by Adams at short. He gloves it. A throw to first, not in time. And safe at first is Napoli. Adams went in the hole between third and short. That ball was smoked by Napoli. That is the fifth hit now, or the sixth hit now on the night for the Quakes. Napoli is now 1 for 2. Here is Adam Pavkovich. Pavkovich with a home run to right field in the second. Well, no, I stand corrected. They're going to call that an error. So that's 2 tough errors on Adams in the last 2 nights. Here's the pitch to Pavkovich, taken down low, and the count is 1-0. Scratch that hit. That is one that will be contested, I'm sure. Not only by the Quakes, but by Adams. Adams at short's got to go, hey, I got to go in the hole. We'll see about that one. The pitch to Pavkovich is taken for a strike, and the count 1-1. Regardless, the Quakes have a runner at first and 1 out. Already a run in this inning. Now Pauley throws the 1-1, swung on and missed. And the count 1-2. The lights taking their effect on the field. No wind in this ballpark right now. A warm, pleasant night. Somewhat humid. We had a little bit of a breeze last night in the ballgame, but as of right now, that is not the case here in Lake Elsinore. The 1-2 on the way. Down low. It's in the dirt. Pagan blocks it. Keeps the ball in front of him as it trickles out in front of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Quakes up in this one, 3-0, top of the third. Beautiful sightlines here at the diamond. 2-2 to count. Now Pauley bounces from the belt. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a little tapper foul wide of the third base line. That ball rolls back into the dugout. Two balls and 2 strikes. Well, Pauley peeks back at first. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Low one away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pavkovich has now hit safely in 13 of his last 14 games. 3-2, 1 out. Now Pauley throws the pitch. High fastball swung on and tipped into the glove. Strike 3. Throw down to second. Napoli is safe at second. The ball skips away for a moment, but it is recovered by Adams at short. Pavkovich strikes out swinging. 2 men out in the inning. And Napoli is at second base. So a stolen base for Napoli, his 9th stolen base of the year, and 13 attempts. Here is Jared Abruzzo. He grounded to second base in the second. 3-0 to score. Quakes in front. Abruzzo with a chance to knock in another Quakes run in the inning. The pitch, high fastball, swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1. On deck is B.J. Weed.
No balls, 1 strike to count. Now Pauley set from the belt. He throws the 0-1 on the way. Swinging a little roller foul up along the third baseline. Pagan gave chase, and then he just kicked the ball back to the bat boy. Taking care of the balls in the on-deck circle. And gets a new baseball. 0-2 the count. Two men out. Now look back at second. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Swinging a fly ball. Right center field, Carter going over into the gap. He's under it. The right fielder is there to make the catch. The inning is over. 1 run for the Quakes on 1 hit. There was 1 error and a man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. The Quakes now lead it 3-0.
Galliano Winery, located at 4231 Wineville Road in Mira Loma. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines, as well as custom labels. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in a relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376 or stop by Monday through Saturday 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Once again, call 909-685-5376. You know the goal of baseball is to get home quickly. The last thing you want to see is some player lollygagging around third when there's going to be a close play at the plate. Well, Farmer John feels the same way about ham, bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. You know, all Farmer John products are made fresh right here in the Southland. That way they get home as quickly as possible, and it's just a short slide into the plate. That's your plate at home, not home plate. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
We head to the bottom of the third inning with the score 3-0 in favor of the Quakes. Coming up to the plate will be Skip Adams, followed by Peter Ramos and Casey Baker. Quakes baseball tonight being brought to you in part by the official hot dog of the Epicenter, Farmer John Hot Dogs. This upcoming Wednesday night, the Lancaster Jethawks are in town for a Weenie Wednesday, a $1 hot dog night. Here's the pitch now to Skip Adams, and he takes it for a strike, and the count is 0-1. And that is our final Weenie Wednesday, our final $1 hot dog night of the year, so you don't want to miss it. Here's the windup by Dominic Woody, and the pitch home. The 0-1 is taken down low. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. 3-0 the score. Quakes in front, bottom half of the third. Now Woody steps back, he kicks, and he throws. The 1-1 on the way is taken for a strike on the outside corner, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Woody winds and throws. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Adams is out on strikes. One gone, and coming up is Peter Ramos. Ramos singled in the first inning. That's the third strikeout now for Dominic Woody. Woody into his windup and throws home. Ramos showing bunt, pulls back and takes inside. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. The Angels lost their game today 6-1 to the Baltimore Orioles. Elsewhere on the out-of-town scoreboard as Woody winds and throws. Here's the 1-0 on the way. Swinging a bouncer right to the drawn-in pass to pitch on the grass at third. He gloves it. He throws to first. Quickly 2 away. 2 outs. Casey Baker coming up. Detroit beat Oakland 5-3 today at the Coliseum. Moreau, the winner, Dukes the loss. Urbina the save in that one. Rondell White and Monroe also homered for Detroit. Kotzing and Miller homered for the A's. The White Sox at home beat Kansas City 3-2. Freddie Garcia the win for the White Sox. Serrano the loss. First pitch is a swing and a miss to Baker, and the count is a swing and a foul back to the screen, and the count is 0-1. Woody is set. He winds and throws, and the 0-1 on the way, swinging a poke job foul down the and wide of the third base line. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Boston shuts out Tampa Bay 6-0. Pedro Martinez, a complete game, 6-hit shutout today for the Red Sox. The 0-2 is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hendrickson the loss for Tampa Bay. 6-0, the Red Sox win. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a comebacker off of Woody. It glances back towards short. Aybar cannot come up with it. The ball trickles in the left field. And Baker is aboard at first, and that is an infield hit. Here's Paul McAnulty now to the plate. McAnulty flies to center field in the first. Top of the 5th inning tonight from Jacob Steele, 2-0 Blue Jays, leading the Indians. Last scoring update we had, they were scoreless in the first in Texas between the Yankees and the Rangers. Minnesota beat Seattle today at Safeco. The pitcher swung on and fouled back to the screen. The count 0-1 to McAnulty. Minnesota 6, Seattle 3. Santana the win for Minnesota. Franklin the loss. Nathan his 33rd save. Monroe hit 2 home runs for Minnesota. Boca Chica and Boone homered for Seattle. Here's the 0-1. McAnulty swings, pulls that one down the right field line. That is a fair ball. And it goes down into the corner and rattles around. Reed to field the ball. He waves around third is Baker. Now he's going to be given the stop sign. The throw from Heath comes through to the plate on a hop. A 2-out double by McAnulty. Baker will stop at third. Good relay by Weed to Heath. And with 2 outs, that puts runners at second and third for Jesse Roman. Well, the scorers are depending a lot on Paul McAnulty. Last night, McAnulty had an RBI. He was 2 for 4 in the ballgame. And the night before, McAnulty had the 2 hits as well. He was, in that contest, he was 2 for 7 with a couple of RBIs. Here's Roman. He struck out swinging in the second. Second and third, 2 men out. And Woody throws home the pitch, swinging a ground ball to the second base side. Heath goes over, scoops it up. On the run, he lobs it over to first in time to get Roman. The side is retired. 2 hits, 2 men left on for the Storm. We've completed 3 tonight. It is 3-0 Quakes.
Friends and family visiting you this summer? Don't worry. Add a room instantly by calling your friends at the Red Roof Inn. Red Roof Inns offer quality rooms, friendly service, great rates, and kids stay free. Plus, as a Ready Card for Good member, you'll earn points towards free room nights. With 360 Red Roof Inns nationwide, you'll find locations everywhere, including Ontario, San Dimas, and Victorville. Visit us today at redroof.com or dial 800-RED-ROOF.
Galliano Winery, located at 4231 Wineville Road in Mira Loma. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines, as well as custom labels. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in the relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376. or stop by Monday through Saturday 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Once again, call 909-685-5376.
After 3 innings, it's 3-0 Quakes. Coming up to the plate will be DJ Weed, Demetrius Heath, and Jason Sugden. As David Pauley continues his warm-up tosses. The Quakes with 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Hey, fans, tomorrow night the Quakes return home for a weekend series against these same Lake Elsinore Storm. 4 games with Lake Elsinore beginning tomorrow night, 7:15 first pitch at the Epicenter. Saturday night, 7:15. Sunday is an evening ball game. It starts at 5:15. And then on Monday night, will be a 7:15 game with the Storm and the Quakes. Here is B.J. Weed to lead it off. 3-0 the score, and David Pauley from the windup. Weed with a single and a run scored in the second. And he slapped that ball to the opposite field. Here's the pitch home, taken down low. And the count 1-0. In fact, B.J. Weed moved to second on an infield single and then came around to score on the Jason Sugden hit. The pitch is taken for a strike. The count is even at 1-1. Tomorrow night, the Quakes in the series opener at Rancho Cucamonga will Stephen Shell to the mound. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, goes down into left field. McAnulty's coming in. This time he makes the catch. And he flinched at the last moment. It looked like maybe that was a low liner that McAnulty caught or lost in the lights. A shot. And there's a light standard. 2 light standards, one down the right field line, and then one closer to the on-deck circle. That's directly behind the on-deck circle on the first base side. I believe that's the light standard that McAnulty lost that ball in at the last moment. He swings and drives one down the right field line and foul. Back down where the 310-foot sign is at. No one won the count. Somewhat the sky is darkening. You can still see the silhouettes of the mountains off beyond the right field scoreboard and behind as you peer out around from right field to left field here at the ballpark. Nighttime, though, settling in, and the 0-1 pitch to Heath is down low. The count is even at the ball and a strike. Now's the time of the night where you can start to see the lights from the shopping plazas that are located up along street level. This ballpark sunk down into somewhat of a little valley. The 1-1 pitch taken for a strike. And the count is 1-2. 3-0 Quakes. We're in the top of the fourth. Demetrius Heath, an infield single in the second. Next pitch, swinging a bouncer to third. Jacobo comes in, fields it behind the grass, throws to first, and they got him. Roman came off the bag, or it looked like he started to come off the bag, but his glove met Heath anyway. He was able to keep his foot on the bag in time to get Heath. Boy, Demetrius Heath can really move up along the first base line. Here's Jason Sugden, a single and an RBI in the second. Top of the fourth, it is 3-0 Quakes. Now Pauley winds and throws the pitch. Sugden swings and misses, and the count is 0-1. Tomorrow night, Stephen Shell for the Quakes. On the mound will be Jared Wells for Lake Elsinore. On Saturday, the Storm have yet to name the starter. They don't know if it's Clark Gerardo or not. It could be. But he has missed his last couple of starts. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. The count is 0-2. Micah Posey will be activated and is set to start Saturday night's game for the Quakes. On Sunday, it'll be Eddie Bonine against Daniel Davidson, a rematch that we saw here on Tuesday night. And then a rematch of last night's starting matchup with Kevin Beavers and John Toledo on Monday. The 0-2. Sugden takes off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Quakes come into action in the California League Southern Division standings 4 back in the second half. They are 23 and 22 in the second half. Overall in the year, though, they are 3 under 500, 56 and 59. The 1-2, Sugden swings and looks a pop-up. Center field, Baker coming in. In left center, he's there to make the catch. The inning is over. 1-2-3, go the Quakes here in the top of the 4th. After 3.5, Quakes holding on to a 3-0 lead.
Nothing says summer quite like baseball and a good old-fashioned barbecue. If you haven't been to JJ's Fish and Barbecue yet this season, you owe it to yourself to stop by. We feature the freshest fish straight from the net to the grill, and locals say our barbecue's the best anywhere in Ontario. Come taste for yourself, and don't miss out on our fresh greens and homemade cobblers and pies. JJ's Fish and Barbecue. Come join us at 814 South Mountain Avenue. You need no teeth to eat our meat.
This is the WB Presents Pepsi Smash. I'm your host, Nick Sano. Live with their top 10 hit from their platinum album, The Beautiful Letdown, it's Switchfoot with Meant to Live. Switchfoot with Meant to Live live from Pepsi Smash. Catch all the hottest live performances every Thursday starting May 27th when the WB presents Pepsi Smash.
Thursday, Jessica Simpson, Maroon 5 Sting. Beginning Thursday, May 27th, the WB presents Pepsi Smash, bringing you the biggest acts every Thursday, 8, 7 Central on the WB.
Here we go now to the bottom of the 4th inning with the score 3-0. Quakes. Richardson, Carter, and Jacobo coming up. The Southern Division race, that's not out of reach for the Quakes. This second half could be over the last month. You throw out there, for example, throw out that the Quakes sweep Lancaster next week at home. Here's the pitch to Richardson, taken for a strike, and the count is 0-1. We've made a lot of what is to do with Lake Elsinore and Rancho Cucamonga because Lancaster is playing just so well, both first and now second half. The pitch to Richardson is blowing away 1-1. But the Quakes, remember, they still have 7 games against Lancaster. Now, it's a ball club that they have lost all 6 meetings with so far this year at the Epicenter. That hasn't helped. The 1-1. It's outside 2-1. In this California League divisional, or in this California League schedule this year, so many teams play each other. The Quakes are playing within their division 109 out of the 140 games. 31 against the North, 109 against the South. The pitch to Richardson is up high. 2 balls and a strike. So you're going to have many opportunities for teams to beat up on each other. You try and predict exactly what will happen down the stretch. The 3-1 on the way, down low, ball 4 and a walk. Richardson leads off with a walk, and coming up is Josh Carter. You make a lot of that, then what happens if Inland Empire gets hot, which they have. Look at the 66ers. The race has changed a little bit. They've won 6 in a row. Here's Josh Carter, the pitch, taken down low, the count 1-0. But if somebody has a bad first half and were to come along strong in the second half and win the second half, yet their overall record wouldn't be very good, that could completely throw things off. At least the second best overall record in the South this year, which is Inland Empire, they're just a half game back in the second half. The pitch is swung on, lifted to right center. Weed goes over in the gap. He's there to make the catch. Away from first is Richardson. He'll get back. 1 man out. And here comes Irvin Jacobo. But Inland Empire, they've won 6 in a row, 8 of their last 10, and they are a half game back of Lancaster in the California League 7 division race. Lancaster 27-18, and Inland Empire 27-19. The Lake Elsinore scoring 24-20 in the second half. They're 2.5 back, and the Quakes are 4 back. And despite the Quakes losing, and they've only lost, the pitch is in there for a strike to Jacobo, and the count is 0-1. The Quakes, they have lost. Well, they're 5-5 in their last 10. They haven't lost much ground in the South. They're still 4 back. They've been hovering around the 3-4 game mark for the last week or so. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. One man out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Here's the next pitch, taken down low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you win the division, either half, first half or second half, you don't worry about the next best overall record, or in this case right now, what we're looking at, the next 2 best overall records. Completely changes everything. The Quakes win the last 2 nights. Not only are they trailing Lancaster, the next pitch is low and inside to count 2-2. You're talking about being 3, maybe 2 games out. Do you take your eye off the prize too much? It's one of those situations where even when you look at the wild card race, some teams are better off not worrying about the wild card. Their best bet to get in is winning their division. 2-2. Swinging the ground ball. Past the Ivy Napoli, and into right field, the base hit. Moving over to second base, and Richardson goes stop there. Coming up and throwing his weed. He throws all the way through to third. Passing it, goes to backhand and short off it. First and second, I beg your pardon, with 1 man out for Andres Pagan. In the California League Northern Division, Modesto, who won their division, they're leading Stockton by 4. Stockton, now take this as case in point as to what we're talking about. You can have a lousy first half. Stockton was not a good first half ball club, but they're in it in the second half. They're 4 back in the North, and not only are they helping their overall record, they have a chance to win the division. Next pitch is down low, 1-0. Now, if they are to come back and win the division all of a sudden, and Modesto has put some space between themselves and the rest of the competition as of late, the A's in the North have won 8 of 10. And they already have a spot in the divisional round. The 1-0 on the way. Pagan swings, bounces to Aybar trick. The underhand puts the heap at second for 1. Return back to first. Napoli short hops it. A backhand scoop by Napoli, and that's a double play. Side retired. 1 hit, 1 walk, and a man left on base. We head to the 5th. The Quakes are in front, 3-0.
Vineyard Bank, your hometown bank, is proud to support our hometown team, the Quakes. You could say we've been sending a few shockwaves of our own around the local banking industry with a performance that can only be described as, well, off the scale. We're rolling through the region with a creative force that is changing the whole banking experience. Ingenuity and flexibility are our mantra as we look for innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively to help businesses and families alike. As one of the fastest growing banks in California, we'll continue to shake things up in order to give our customers what they need. We don't measure our success one bank charge at a time like some do. We measure it by how we have contributed to the quality of life for our customers and our community today, and for generations to come. We'll be there the next time the Quakes hit a home run, and many more to follow.
One of the best golfing values in the Inland Empire. That's what they say about Goose Creek Golf Club in Mira Loma. It's every golfer's dream with the championship course designed by Schmidt & Curley. And Goose Creek Golf Club offers a practice facility, including an all-grass driving range and large putting greens. Goose Creek Golf Club is located off the 15 freeway at the Lymanite exit between the 60 and the 91 freeways. Tee it up at Goose Creek tomorrow and have a great game.
Well, after 4, 3-0 in favor of the Storm. Or, I beg your pardon, 3-0 in favor of the Quakes. The Storm hit into a double play, 6-4-3, ending the 4th inning. That was Andres Pagan. And they stranded a runner on in the inning. So a very big double play there. Woody has not retired the side in order yet. He has scattered 5 hits over 4 innings. And he has walked just 1 batter and has struck out 3 so far in the ballgame. So with the score of 3-0, Erick Aybar, the man that started that last double play, will come up to the plate here in the top half of the 5th inning. Jason Anaforian with you here tonight from the ballpark. And Aybar runs up and he goes around, and the count is 0-1. There was an appeal down to first base, and Chris Bakke ruled that Aybar, who ran up as if to attempt a slap hit, went around. The count is now 0-1. Aybar thought he held up on his swing. The next pitch he runs up and he slaps it foul, and that ball actually hits Pagan behind the plate and rolls up the third baseline. The count is 0-2. Aybar, Willits, and then Budde were at the top of the order for the Quakes. Now Jared, the plate umpire, dusts off the plate. 0-2 the count to Aybar. When you look at the north, you have Modesto, Stockton, and San Jose. And right now, for the most part, those figure to be the 3 teams in the playoffs for the North. Bakersfield, not the case in Visalia. They are just having a very tough time. The 0-2 pitch, swinging a bouncer. It takes a high hop to second. Ramos fields it and throws over to first to hit Aybar, 1 man out. That was a bouncer to the right side, and it hit the lip of the glass at second base and kind of made a high hop, but Ramos stayed with it. 1 down, Reggie Willits is coming up. Reggie Willits tripled and scored in the 3rd. He led off the 3rd with a triple and struck out swinging in the 1st. Larger crowd tonight. We made that comment earlier. Thursday night, not always a bad night for drawing here at the for any minor league ballpark. The pitch is down low. The count 1-0. We've noticed that Thursday nights have been pretty decent draws throughout the rest of the league, including the Epicenter. It's really the best weeknight draw. You consider Friday to be a weekend night. There's the 1-0 on the way. Willits swings, grounds this one to second. Ramos this time goes over to his right, scoops it up, high throw to first, in time to get Willits second out. Here comes Ryan Budde. We had crowds of 1,400 the last couple of nights here at Lake Elsinore. The Storm, they are averaging 3,400 a game. The Quakes lead the California League. They are averaging just over, the Quakes are averaging just over 4,000. 4,021 a game to be exact. Lake Elsinore, 3,410 on average per game. Here's the pitch to Ryan Budde, and it's taken low and away, 1-0. Same number of openings for both Rancho, Cucamonga, and Lake Elsinore, 58 openings, which means a game, so a doubleheader. 2 games count as 1 opening when you refer to it like that. The next pitch is low and away. The count 2-0. How many dates? Inland Empire is 3rd. San Jose 4th of the league in attendance, and Modesto is 5th. 2-0 to count to Budde. Here's the windup and the pitch to the plate, and a breaking ball in there for a strike from Pauley, and the count 2-1. The Quakes tonight playing road game number 57. They will end the year on the road
They have already played 59 home games. The 2-1, Budde swing stops it up to left field. The shortstop Adams is going out, going way out. Now coming in is McAnulty, and he will make the catch on the jog. The inning is over. Pauley has retired 8 in a row, and the Quakes go in order here in the top of the fifth. After 4.5, 3-0 Quakes.
Whether it's your first Little League t-shirt or a Letterman's jacket, there's something special about putting on a uniform and feeling like part of a team. If you're promoting your club, team, or business, you owe it to yourself to contact Trademark Industries. In addition to providing custom embroidery, we can custom make just about any promotional product you can think of. So gather your ideas and contact Trademark Industries. See us online at trademarkindustries.net or visit us on Acacia Street in Rancho, Cucamonga.
Family fun and so much more. Rancho, Cucamonga, Quakes, the excitement you've been looking for. Rancho, Cucamonga, Quakes.
For fans who want the benefits of season tickets but can't make it to all the home games, then the Quakes mini plans are perfect for you. Mini plans start as low as $60 per seat. Plus, these plans feature the most exciting games of the 2004 season. To order your Quakes mini plan today, call the Quakes ticket office at 909-481-5252.
Family fun and so much more. Rancho, Cucamonga, Quakes, the excitement you've been looking for. Rancho, Cucamonga, Quakes, it's a whole new
Well, we move down to the bottom of the fifth inning with the score 3-0 Quakes. Dominic Woody will face Adams, Ramos, and Barker here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Quakes baseball tonight being brought to you by the Laughlin Convention and Visitors Bureau. Young or old, there's a lot to do these days in Laughlin. Proud sponsor of Quakes baseball on the radio. Skip Adams struck out swinging in the third, and he'll lead it off. Adams followed by Ramos and then Barker. Here's Dominic Woody. He winds and he throws in the pitch, and Adams punches one back to the mound. A bare-hand pickup by Woody off to his right. He has to throw it good to first, and he does in time to get Adams one out. Adams trying to bunt there for a hit, and Woody came over and he fielded that ball to his right, about thigh height, as almost if he waited for the ball to come to him. Because the ball wasn't a little dribbler on the ground that he could go run over and pick up. It was a bouncing bunt. And if he doesn't feel that cleanly, forget it. It's a hit. Here's Peter Ramos. He takes one in. 1-0 the count. Ramos 1 for 2. Grounded to third in the third, singled in the first. Here's the 1-0 on the way. And that one is in there for a strike. And the count is even at 1-1. 3-0 Quakes. Bottom of the fifth. Now Woody steps back. He winds and kicks. The 1-1 on the way. Reached for and kicked at the plate. A foul ball. The count is 1-2. Ryan Budde behind the plate tonight. He wears the black catching gear. Black helmet, black mask. Many of you diehard Angel fans probably remember the cover of Sports Illustrated 2 years ago. The next pitch swinging a foul off to the right came out of play. And the count 1-2. It wasn't this past year. It was last year for the 2003 baseball season, their spring preview. And in that preview, they had the Angels on the cover. Ryan Budde was right in the middle of that picture. They 1-2 pitches down low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I just came across that Sports Illustrated the other day. And Ryan Budde is standing smack dab in the center in his red Angels catching gear. And they're at the Mesa camp at spring training. The 2-2 on the way, down low, and the count is full now, 3-2. And Mike Socha is holding court, having practice. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch swung on, down the right field line. That is a base hit. It goes down into the corner. Ramos is around first. Reed goes over, scoops the ball out, and Ramos is at second base with a double. Second hit of the night for Peter Ramos. Thinking how many minor leaguers can say, like Ryan Budde, that they are on the cover or have been already on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Here's Casey Baker. He is 1 for 2. He had an infield hit in the third. Three nothing Quakes. Woody had 2 runners on in the third. He had 2 runners on in the second and got out of both of those. Got out of both the second and the third. A man at second, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Baker. Swinging a ground ball pulled right to second base. He has it. He throws over to first in time to get Baker for the second out. And taking third base is Ramos. 2 men out and a runner at third base for Paul McAnulty. Quakes baseball tonight being brought to you by Carl Budde with 9 distinct flavors. Look for original Carl Budde with your favorite grocer. Carl Budde, a real slice of life. Paul McAnulty, 1 for 2 tonight. Woody goes back into the windup with a runner at third and 2 outs. And he throws home the pitch. McAnulty swings and hits that one. Watches over the guy who's past it. It trickles past him and into left field. That's the base hit. 1 run will score. McAnulty heading to second. And the throw is in time that he's there to apply the tag. And safe at second is McAnulty. It's 3-1. Aybar at short went over to field the ball down the left field line as Pastovich went down to his belly. And McAnulty was around first the whole time heading to second. Demetrius Heath at second base caught the ball. The ball was returned from Aybar in time to get McAnulty. However, Heath swiped the tag. The thing is, with McAnulty, and once he had just swiped at the base, he came off of it, but had never touched the foot. McAnulty had never arrived at the bag. And he did, and Heath was not there. The pitch now to Jesse Roman is inside, and the count 1-0. So it's 3-1, and a man at second base. Roman is 0 for 2. Woody looks back at second. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot. Hit foul off to the left, and that one lands in the seats. Well, actually, it lands off the seats, off to our left. I swear there was a fan that was bent over as if he were picking up a cup or something. And he never saw that ball. And that ball came within feet, probably within inches of him. There's the 1-1 to Roman. Breaking ball outside. And the count 2 balls and a strike. Two doubles now for McAnulty. He has 5 RBIs in the series. 75 RBIs on the season. Here's the 2-1. Down low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nighttime settled in here at the Diamond in Lake Elsinore. Pete Lear Field is what they also call it. The pitch is not a pitch. Woody steps off the mound. 3-1 to count. There is absolutely no wind in this ballpark tonight. The 3-1 on the way. swing and a bouncer. That one's hit foul, wide of first and down the line. The count is now 4-3-2. On the National League out-of-town scoreboard tonight, earlier today, Cincinnati beat the Dodgers 6-5. White the win, Darren Dreifert the loss. Graves is the save. Graves has 36 saves now for the Reds this year. Grabowski and Beltre homing for the Dodgers in a losing effort. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike three. The inning is over. The Storm pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left on base. We head to the 6th inning tonight from the diamond. It is 3-1 Quakes.
Please leave a message.
Hi, Dad. It's me. Sorry you weren't home. I just wanted to let you know Mom and I are having a great time here in Laughlin, Nevada. We miss you a ton and can't wait to get home. But unfortunately, our tire busted. Yeah, our spare busted too. Simultaneously. What are the chances of that? And also, it snowed here. Yeah, it snowed like 5 feet and all the roads are closed. I know you've heard it's the desert here, but it's one of those snowy deserts. Not all beautiful and sunny like you've heard. So it looks like we'll have to stay for at least a couple more days. Don't worry, though. We'll keep playing the flats and water skiing and hiking and having dinner by the gorgeous river and going out dancing and stuff, if we have to. Okay, Dad. Bye-bye.
Young or old, there's a lot to do these days in Laughlin. So if you come, plan on staying a while. For more info, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
If your home team is hungry for a mealtime winner, there's nothing better than Original Call Budde. With 9 distinct flavors like smoked turkey, honey ham, and corned beef, we've got the taste and variety that never strikes out. Plus, we've got the convenience that keeps meal preparation time from going into extra innings. Look for Original Carl Budde in 2.5-ounce, 8-ounce, and 1-pound sizes at your favorite grocer. That's Carl Budde, a real slice of life.
Top of the 6th inning, it is 3-1 Quakes as the Storm scored once in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Jason Anapoyan with you tonight. John Sauter, our studio coordinator. Tomorrow night we'll be on the air with you at 7 o'clock. First pitch is at 7:15. We'll have a pregame show tomorrow night with the pregame show tomorrow night with the first pitch also coming your way at 7:15. Pregame show starts at 7 o'clock. Here's Michael Napoli. Napoli is well, they have it up on the scoreboard as 1 for 2, but the last time Napoli was up at the plate, he hit the ball in the hole between third and short, and it was ruled an error. The pitch to Napoli, taken for a strike from Pauley, and the count is 0-1. Napoli flied out to right field in the second. Both of his at-bats tonight have come against Pauley. Osuna started the game, pitched 1 inning in a rehab appearance. The next pitch, taken for a strike, the count 0-2. And then Osuna came out. Pauley, who was originally supposed to start, came in the second. So right now, Pauley has thrown 4 innings. And he is allowed, as the next pitch is low and away. It is blocked. And I count 1 and 2. He has allowed 3 runs, with the error, if that is the call. 2 of them are earned. He has not walked the batter, and he has struck out 1. 1 and 2 the count. Pauley winds and throws the pitch outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dodgers lost their game on the out-of-town scoreboard 6-5 today at Cincinnati. The Padres in 11 innings beat the Cubs 5-4 in 11 innings. Next pitch, Napoli swings and fouls this one out of play and to the right. Still 2-2. Stone the win for San Diego, Dempster the loss for the Cubs. And Hoffman, his 31st save. Garcia Parra hit a home run for Chicago. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Napoli. The windup by Pauley and the pitch to the plate, swung on and bounced foul past the first base dugout. And sitting there charting pitches was Stephen Shell, and he is going to get up and go take a seat. Looks like he's going to go take a seat in the dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the count. Here's the pitch. Napoli takes low and away. Count is 4, 3-2. Padres 5, Cubs 4 in 11 innings today at Wrigley. 6-5 Reds over the Dodgers. Last scoring update we had from Pittsburgh, it was 3-0 Giants in the top of the 5th. The 3-2 pitch, low and away, ball 4, and Napoli walks. A leadoff walk for the Quakes, and with the way that Lake Elsinore has come back over the last couple of nights, the Quakes are best to obviously not let up and keep putting runs up on the board. In both ball games, after about the 4th inning, the Quakes offense went silent. Here is the runner at first, and nobody out. Afkovich off the plate. They're setting up outside. The pitch, Afkovich swings and drives it pretty well to left field. McAnulty going back. He's there to make the catch. Going about 2/3 of the way up the line to Napoli. He'll scamper back to first. Afkovich hit it hard, but right to McAnulty, 1 man out. Here comes Jared Abruzzo. Afkovich really crushed that ball, but it was straight to McAnulty. Telling you about the bullpen. That was a bullpen pitched 10 innings for Lake Elsinore on Tuesday night. They pitched 2 last night. But with Mateo and Thayer in the bullpen, that is a very tough combination you don't want to face. The pitch to Abruzzo is down low, 1-0. It is 3-1 Quakes here in the top of the 6th. Abruzzo grounded to second in the 2nd. He flied to right in the 3rd. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Pauley throws. Abruzzo takes outside. 2-0. Last scoring update from Montreal, 6-5. Expos leading the Diamondbacks in the 5th. Colorado shutting out Philadelphia 2-0 in the 5th inning. From that is another new ballpark this year to baseball, also the one further south from here at Petco for the Padres. Pitch down low in the dirt, 3-0. But the new ballpark in Philadelphia looks absolutely fantastic. Going to have to get over to Petco Park when the season ends here and check out a Padres game. The Mets beat Houston 2-1. Victor Zambrano the win, Weathers the loss. The Mets were an interesting ball club. They went out and acquired a bunch of guys and they weren't even in the race. The pitch to Abruzzo is down low, ball 4, and 2 men are on. Pauley hadn't walked anybody until this inning here in the 6th. And now he has walked 2. Here's DJ Weed, 1st and 2nd and 1 out. 3-1 Quakes, top of the 6th. Milwaukee leading Atlanta 1-0 in the 5th. We will update those scores as we move along tonight. Florida over St. Louis 8-2. That's the final in Florida. Burnett the win, Morris the loss. Larry Walker hit a home run for the Cardinals. Now time is called. And Pagan goes out to talk with Pauley. And here comes Mike Harkey from the 3rd base dugout. That gives us time to remind you fans that only with hard work can you bring out peak performance. Performance Auto Detail takes that same approach in providing the highest quality auto detailing. Come experience the Performance Auto Detail difference. Bring your vehicle to them on Rose, east of Central, off of Holt, or ask for their mobile service. Performance Auto Detail, 20 years of experience and never a dull moment. One out, first and second. B.J. Weed, he's 1 for 2 tonight. Pauley steps off the mound, now he gets back on. Pause at the belt, a look back at second. Here's the pitch. Weed swings a big bouncer wide of first and foul. It is loved by Roman in foul territory. 0-1 the count. We were mentioning about the Mets and their trades. You look at a guy like Victor Zambrano that threw tonight for New York. The Mets, they use the trading deadline, and some ball clubs are smart if they can do this. Obviously use it to their advantage. They use the trading deadline to acquire players, and they're not exactly right in the thick of a playoff race, but they also used it as if they were getting a head start on next year's free agency market. If they couldn't acquire some players the trading way this time. The pitch to Weed is making up high, 1-1. Maybe it cuts down on the need to where if they don't have money for a big starter to go and pursue in the free agent market, if they can get a couple of number 3 starters, they figure that can still improve their starting pitching staff if that is the need. Next pitch to Weed is swung on and fouled back to the screen. The count is still 1-2. One man out, top of the 6th. The Quakes threatening to add to their lead. They have held leads in this ball game, in this series in the first 2 games, but they have lost both of them. They have never led this late into the game. 1-2. Peach. Weed swings, hits it to left field. McAnulty coming over near the line. He makes the catch. And the runners return back to first and second. 2 outs. Demetrius Heath coming up. Quakes baseball tonight brought to you by Storage Match. Planning on moving or just thinking about moving, give Storage Match a call at 909-949-3600. Located on Foothill Boulevard in Rancho, Cucamonga. Storage Match, a proud sponsor of Quakes baseball on the radio. Two outs. Demetrius Heath at the plate. The pitch taken low and away. And the count 1-0. Demetrius Heath with an infield hit in the second. He grounded the third and the fourth. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 men out. Now Pauley is set. He steps off the mound and he looks. Napoli back to second base. One and 0 again. Pauley steps off and he chases Napoli back. He's the guy that likes to get in the box and just swing the bat. So he steps out. One and 0. The pitch. Up and away. 2-0. Sometimes pitchers will use those types of tactics in design to go back and throw a pitch if they know a guy will swing and sometimes chase pitches out of the zone. They will use tactics like that to even distract the batter. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and the count is 2-1. It registered 91 miles an hour, but it was a fastball low and away, and the count 2-1. The outfield shading Heath to right. Carter's playing near the line. Baker playing towards right center. McAnulty straight away and left. The pitch swinging a bouncer to second. Ramos goes over, underhand feed over to Adams after he fields the ball. In time to get the force out on Abruzzo. The inning is over. That play goes 4-6 on the fielder's choice. 2 walks, 2 left on for the Quakes in the 6th. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Richardson, Carter, and Jacobo coming up. The Quakes are in front, 3-1.
Vineyard Bank, your hometown bank, is proud to support our hometown team, the Quakes. You could say we've been sending a few shockwaves of our own around the local banking industry with a performance that can only be described as, well, off the scale. We're rolling through the region with a creative force that is changing the whole banking experience. Ingenuity and flexibility are our mantra as we look for innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively to help businesses and families alike. As one of the fastest growing banks in California, we'll continue to shake things up in order to give our customers what they need. We don't measure our success one bank charge at a time like some do. We measure it by how we have contributed to the quality of life for our customers and our community today, and for generations to come. We'll be there the next time the Quakes hit a home run, and many more to follow.
You know the goal of baseball is to get home quickly. The last thing you want to see is some player lollygagging around third when there's going to be a close play at the plate. Well, Farmer John feels the same way about ham, bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. You know, all Farmer John products are made fresh right here in the Southland. That way they get home as quickly as possible, and it's just a short slide into the plate. That's your plate at home, not home plate. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
Here comes the stronger guy in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-1, the Quakes in front. The Quakes have stranded 5 runners on base through 6. The Storm has stranded 6 runners on through 5. Richardson walked his last time up. Dominic Woody so far just 1 run through 5 innings. He's allowed 7 hits and he's scattered them. The pitch to Richardson is taken for a strike, 0-1. And so far, Woody has pitched 12 innings, and he has looked very solid. And in not one of these innings so far that he has thrown, the 0-1 pitch is up and away, 1-1. As he looks like a guy that is in his first season professionally. You know, a pitching expert could maybe break down a mechanic or an approach or an at-bat where he could say, well, this, you know, he did this here, next pitch is low and inside, 2-1. You know, in time he will throw maybe this slider in this count too, and that'll be more effective. But here's the 2-1 to Richardson. He takes outside, 3-1. But even now, with a 3-1 count, he's run very few 3-ball counts. And Woody has been a guy that has never looked like he's really had to labor through any of the innings so far. The 3-1 on the way, swung on, hit the left field. Second goes over in the gap. The left fielder is there and makes the catch. 1 out. Here comes Josh Carter, hit by a pitch in the second, and he flied to right in the 4th. Quakes looking to avoid a sweep. This year the Quakes have been swept 4 times. Once on the road, 3 at home. The pitch is low and away, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Here's the windup by Woody and the pitch to the plate, down low. 2 balls, no strikes. The Quakes 5-5 in 10 games so far in August. Woody winds and throws the 2-0 on the way. Low and away. 3 balls, no strikes. Woody is set. Here's the 3-0 to Carter. In there for a strike. The count 3-1. Here's the 3-1 on the way. Swinging a big bouncer foul wide of third. down the line. 3-2. Woody winds the 3-2 on the way. Low, ball 4. And a walk. Quakes baseball brought to you by Vineyard Bank, your hometown bank, a proud sponsor of the Quakes on the radio. Vineyard Bank will be there when the next Quake hits a home run, and many more to follow. Here's Kirby Jacobo, 2 for 2 tonight. Looks like the Quakes are going to get somebody up in the bullpen. Down the right field line. Looks like some stretching going on there. Here's Jacobo, the pitch. Taken up high, 1-0. Jacobo, switch hitter, batting left-handed. Now, I don't think anybody's throwing. Looks like there is a reliever, though, up stretching. Now it looks like Dustin Griffith has grabbed the ball, and he is kicking some dirt off of the rubber. The 1-0 is taken for a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch to the plate, and it is taken outside at 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, the pitch, swinging a ground ball. Back up, and it's off the glove of Reed. It goes in the right center. Around second, heading over to third is the runner, heading down to second, and out at second base is Jacobo. Safely at third is Carter. Jacobo reaches base at first, but he is thrown out 8-6 with Aybar covering the bag. A ground ball to the backhand side of Demetrius Heath. And he could not come up with the ball. Well, here is Andres Pagan. That is going to be ruled a hit. The pitch now to Pagan, swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. And Jacobo is out at second, 8-6. The pitch down low. Count is even at a ball and a strike. One ball, 1 strike to count. 2 men out here in the bottom half of the 6th. Here's the windup and the 1-1 on the way. Down low and away. And the count is 2 balls and a strike. Pagan struck out swinging in the second, hit into a double play in the 4th. This is how Lake Elsinore inched their way back to taking the lead last night. They chipped here and chipped there. That is a very big 2-out runner at third base. The Quakes could leave on. The pitch is up high, 3-1. Whereas if the Storm can pick up that hit and get that runner home, it makes it a 1-run game. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 men out. Here's the step back by Woody. He winds and throws down the 3-1, swinging a ground ball, and that one's going to get through past the diving Aybar. A base hit in the left field. Scoring from third is Carter. Pagan with an RBI single, and it is 3-2. Skip Adams now coming up to the plate. And Jackpot the bunny out on the field doing his thing or whatever he does. He just basically dances whenever he feels like it. And the Storm score. Here's Adams, the runner at first, the pitch. A little fister swung on and fouled back into the dugout. The count is 0-1 up along the third base line. Now Justin Griffith begins to throw. He had sat down for just a moment. 2 outs, no balls, 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. 0-2. Woody from the stretch, he drove the 0-2. Swinging a slowly hit roller foul. This one back towards the on-deck circle. No balls, 2 strikes. Woody from the belt. The 0-2. Swing, and again, a little bouncer foul back into the dugout. The count remains 0-2. Woody trying to finish off this inning. With that single by Pagan, how big is that play in which Jacobo is out at second base for the second out of this inning? Here's the 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball, low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 men out. Now Woody throws home the pitch. Swung on and hit foul off to the right and over the roof of the concourse. And out of play, still 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Woody throws. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. The inning is over. 5 strikeouts for Woody on the night. The Storm score once in the inning, 2 hits, a walk, and a man left on base. We head to the 7th inning with the score, the Quakes 3 and the Storm 2.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fish and tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Cloud and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look at your face. That's the other book. Artists, posters, florists, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Just save landscape, sit down mowers, dentists, softies, uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, farm fair, wide web, take a look at your feet. That's the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Pete's Rally Cap Ale presents Minor League Legends to Rally Around. Roswell slugger Joe Bauman ended the 1954 season batting .400 with 72 homers in what is considered the best single season ever. Not bad for a guy who was pumping gas the year before. For all you baseball and beer fans who love a great rally, we bring you Pete's Rally Cap Ale, a refreshing summertime brew with a hint of lemon from the makers of Pete's Wicked Ale. Enjoy one at home or at the ballpark. Pete's Brewing Company, San Antonio, Texas.
3-2 Quakes as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Coming up for the Quakes. They will send up to the plate Jason Sutton. Then the top of the lineup, then Aybar and Willits. Quakes baseball tonight being brought to you in part by Storage Max. Planning on moving or just thinking about moving, give Storage Max a call at 909-949-3600. Located on Foothill Boulevard in Rancho, Cucamonga. Here's Sugden, the pitch. Swinging a bouncer to second. Ramos to his right fields it, or to his left he fields it, and throws over to first, and Sugden is retired. Sugden is now 1 for 3. He had an RBI hit in the second. Here's Erick Aybar, who is 0 for 4, or 0 for 3. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Quakes, 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Storm. The windup by Pauley and the pitch to the plate is low and away. The count 1-0. Jacobo in on the grass at third. Roman maybe just a small step behind the grass at first. But the corner infielders are in. Here's the 1-0, and Aybar standing upright takes a strike. And the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Aybar swings and misses. Actually, he got a piece of that one. Tipped it. 1-2. The 1-2. Aybar takes low and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pauley to the glove. He winds and throws. The 2-2 on the way. Aybar swings, and he gets a piece of it rolling it foul at the plate. Still 2-2. Lots of activities planned for this weekend at the Epicenter. Tomorrow night, the Quakes are going to be wearing theme-colored jerseys for Friday the 13th. Theme-colored jerseys tomorrow night that are red and black. Here's the pitch to Aybar. Swing and a foul off to the left. This one will reach the roof and roll back down. And the fan with a glove waiting for it down below in the seats. The diamond here, one big grandstand. One level of seats. Very nice ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. This place and the Epicenter, they get the top nod from the Cowley. The pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Left side of the field. Jacobo at third gives way to Adams at short. Adams now back on the grass. Reaches up and he makes the catch. 2 outs. Aybar is 0 for 4. And Reggie Willits will be the batter. Looking to purchase tickets to the Quakes, not only this weekend, but over the upcoming, will be the final 11 games. Tickets at the Epicenter for individual games, they start as low as $7. And the best seats in the house are only $10. Tickets can be purchased one of 3 ways. The Quakes still have 11 home games remaining in the regular season. Over the phone at 909-481-5252. Here's the pitch to Willits. It's taken up and away, 1-0. Again, 909-481-5252. That's the number to the Quakes ticket office. You can get online at rcquakes.com or buy them in person at the Epicenter ticket office. The 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. Ticket office hours tomorrow from 10 a.m. till the 7th inning of the ball game. That's the ticket office hours for the next 7 days. The 1-1 pitch is taken off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 men out. So make your plans to be with us. 4 with Lake Elsinore, 3 with Lancaster, an exciting 7 days of baseball. And the 2 teams that the Quakes, or 2 of the 3 teams the Quakes are chasing, so they're going to have a nod at them. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed.
and the count is 2-2. The Quakes are leading this one 3-2. We're in the top of the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Willits. He is 1 for 3 with a triple and a run. Here's the 2-2. And a breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 3. The inning is over. Quakes go in order here in the 7th against Pauley. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time here at the ballpark. It is 3-2 Quakes.
There you are, working diligently on your computer, when all of a sudden, there's nothing. All that time and work gone. Yes, computer failure. Most of us have experienced it at least once. Luckily, the pros at PC Fix are there to help. We know computer problems can hurt the efficiency of your business or frustrate you at home, and that's why we take great pride in offering prompt certified service at a low, flat rate. From repairs and upgrades to internet security, find us in your yellow pages. PC Fix. We fix what they can't.
Vineyard Bank, your hometown bank, is proud to support our hometown team, the Quakes. You could say we've been sending a few shockwaves of our own around the local banking industry with a performance that can only be described as, well, off the scale. We're rolling through the region with a creative force that is changing the whole banking experience. Ingenuity and flexibility are our mantra as we look for innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively to help businesses and families alike. As one of the fastest growing banks in California, we'll continue to shake things up in order to give our customers what they need. We don't measure our success one bank charge at a time like some do. We measure it by how we have contributed to the quality of life for our customers and our community today, and for generations to come. We'll be there the next time Quakes hit a home run, and many more to follow.
Well, it's 3-2. 3-2. The Quakes are leading this one, bottom of the 7th inning. And the night is over for Dominic Woody. 6 innings tonight for Woody. He gives up 2 runs, 9 hits. He walks 2 batters, and he strikes out 5 on the night. And he turns it over to Dustin Griffith, who deals inside to Peter Ramos. The count is 1-0. Jason Anaforian here at the ballpark tonight. 1-0 the count to Ramos. The pitch is outside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Swinging a pop-up. Foul territory off the first base bag, and that one will land up in the seats. Two on the count. Here's the pitch, and Ramos takes low and away. And the count is 3-1. Ramos is 2 for 3. He has a single and a double. The pitch, swing and a miss. And the count 3-2. The numbers on Dustin Griffith: 2 wins, 5 losses, a 3.5 ERA. In 39 games, 46 and a third innings. 53 hits, 27 runs, 18 of them earned. Next pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right. It lands up onto the roof and bounces back down below. Three and two to count. Dustin Griffith this year, 12 walks, 42 strikeouts. Here's the 3-2 on the way. Low and away, ball 4 and a walk. The leadoff walk, here's Casey Baker. Casey Baker is 1 for 3. turning the throw back over to first, and back safely is Ramos. Griffith pitched on Tuesday in the 14-inning game. He pitched 2 scoreless innings, gave up 1 hit, and he struck out 3 in that one. Hunter leads. The pitch is outside, 1-0. Kelly's walked the first man, and he's falling behind now here to Baker. One ball, no strikes. And a throw back over, and back is Ramos. Matt Wilhite, he has pitched in the first 2 games of this series. He is warming up down the line in the bullpen for the Quakes. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. High fastball swung on and missed. Throw down to second base. Got in time. And stealing the bag at second is Ramos. That is his first stolen base as a Lake Elsinore front. Now a runner at second base with nobody out, and Budde and Griffith talk over their next pitch selection. 1-1 to Baker. Quakes 3, Storm 2. The Storm with single runs in the 5th and 6th. And now the Quakes trying to keep that runner at second. Nobody out. The pitch. Swinging a bouncer to the second base side. He comes over, gloves it, looks over to third. His only play is going to be to first, where he throws, and it's in time. 1 man out. Taking third base is Ramos, so a productive out by Baker. And so far, this inning has worked to the Storm's favor. Here is Paul McAnulty. Paul McAnulty flied to center in the first, and he doubled down the right field line in the third, and he hit a shot off of the glove of Paskovich at third in the 5th. That was a double. Now, ball 1 comes to the plate. Budde is going to intentionally walk McAnulty. Ball 2 comes to the plate. And who could blame him for the way Paul McAnulty has hit the Quakes? Next pitch is off the plate, 3-0. This is the guy that has just driven in every tying run, every go-ahead run. You have a base open with 1 out, as now ball 4 comes to the plate. They will put him on. Not a bad move there. And what Bobby Neeson's basically saying is somebody other than McAnulty is going to have to beat us. Now, Bobby Neeson coming out of the dugout with Matt Wilhite warming up in the inning. Runners are at first and third with 1 out. The Quakes are leading 3-2. 2-1, 1 out. Wilhite is up in the bullpen. Jesse Roman is the man at the plate. This meeting at the mound does not necessarily mean that Meacham is going to the bullpen. Meacham's also setting up and talking with the whole entire infield as to watch out if McAnulty breaks it first. Now, Meacham, it looks like he is. Well, I thought he was going to go to the bullpen. Now the plate umpire, Scott Jarrett, is coming over to break up the meeting on the mound. He does. He does not go to the bullpen. But he's making sure the infield knows exactly what to do if a ball is hit to them. If they're going to come home, watch out for McAnulty breaking it first and a possible hit and run. Here's Jesse Roman, 0 for 3 on the night. 3-2 to score, bottom half of the 7th. Now Griffith to the glove. A look over at third. He throws the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. And he's at second. He fields it, spins, goes to Aybar. Throw for 1, back to first. 2. Double play. And the side is retired. Deep to Aybar to Napoli. 4-6-3 ends it. We head to the 8th. And the Quakes leading 3-2.
one of the best golfing values in the Inland Empire. That's what they say about Goose Creek Golf Club in Mira Loma. It's every golfer's dream with the championship course designed by Schmidt and Gurley. And Goose Creek Golf Club offers a practice facility, including an all-grass driving range and large putting greens. Goose Creek Golf Club is located off the 15 freeway at the Limonite exit between the 60 and the 91 freeways. Tee it up at Goose Creek tomorrow and have a great game.
Hi, fans. Jason Anafoyan here to tell you about Storage Max in Rancho Cucamonga. At the Quakes, we've had no worries storing our items at Storage Max. With the latest technology, Storage Max provides climate-controlled units keeping items from discoloration, fading, or getting dusty. This is especially great for the hot summertime weather in Rancho Cucamonga. Storage Max has units from 5x5s to 15x40s with 24-hour access. Storage Max is a new facility located at 8363 Foothill Boulevard between Vineyard and Grove Avenue in Rancho Cucamonga. Jack and Carmen, the managers of Storage Max, have helped us with great customer service. Now let them help you. If you're ready to move or just thinking about moving, give Jack and Carmen, the managers of Storage Max, a call 909-949-3600. Again, that's 909-949-3600.
The score, 3-2 Quakes. We head to the top of the eighth. And tonight's attendance here at the Diamond, 2,613. 2,613 tonight's attendance. The largest crowd we've had of the three games. The next time the Quakes come here, it'll be the final time they will visit the Diamond in the regular season. And it will be next Friday, August 20th. August 21st, the Saturday, is a doubleheader. And Sunday, August 22nd. Here is Ryan Budde. Leading it off in the top of the eighth for the Quakes as Pauley begins his seventh inning of work, and he deals a strike to Budde, and the count is 0-1. Quakes 3, score 2, top of the eighth. Budde is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Back in the third, he has one RBI tonight. The pitch is low and away. And the count is 1-1. Budde, Napoli, and then Pavkovich. Pauley goes to the glove. He winds and he kicks. Here's the 1-1 on the way. And it's taken for a strike, and the count is 1-2. Next pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was a huge double play induced by Dustin Griffith to end the bottom of the seventh. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 1 down. That may be the play of the game so far if you have to pick one. For the situation, here's Napoli. And the pitch. Taken down low, and the count is 1-0. Pauley is set. The 1-0 on the way. Strike call. Count is even 1-1. Pauley winds and throws the 1-1. It's the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The line by Pauley, the 1-2, swing and a miss. Then with the same pitch, a riding high fastball that he got Budde out on, and he gets Napoli striking out swinging. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts. As Adam Paskovich comes up to the plate. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts for David Pauley. 2 men out. Paskovich is 1 for 3. The pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. Pauley has not allowed a base hit since the triple by Reggie Willits leading off the third. That was the last Quakes hit. Willits came around to score the third run. They lead it 3-2 here in the top of the 8th. And the 0-1 on the way, runs inside. Paskovich gets out of the way of that. He didn't want to get hit. He wants to swing the bat. Paskovich has raised his batting average coming into the ballgame 22 points over the last 13 games. He has now hit safely in 13 of his last 14 games. Here's the 1-1 pitch, breaking ball outside. And the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Paskovich in his last 14 games has 7 home runs and 18 RBIs. Here's the 2-1 on the way. High fastball, swung on and missed. And the count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 men out. Paskovich back in the box. Now Pauley winds and throws. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a big high bouncer, hit foul wide of third. Bobby Meacham fields it. Puts it back into the stands to a fan sitting in the second row with his glove. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the windup. The 2-2 on the way. Swinging a fly ball, lifted foul. Down the right field line. That one lands up on the concourse. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Paskovich putting up a pretty good battle here against Pauley. The Quakes could certainly use an added insurance run, something to get the momentum back towards their side right now. Here's the windup and the 2-2 going away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pauley winds and he kicks. The 3-2 on the way. Rolling away, and Paskovich holds up on the appeal. Ball 4, and he walks. The last 3 base runners for the Quakes have reached base by way of the walk. Here comes Jared Abruzzo. Abruzzo is 0 for 2. He walked in the 6th. Paskovich off the bag at first, held on by Roman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A changeup blowing away. And the count is 0-1. Odds at the belt by Pauley. The 0-1 on the way. Swinging a foul. Back to the screen. And the count is 0-2. means that in each of the 3 games in this series, the Quakes stats have gone rather silent from about, and we're not talking from the middle innings on, we're talking from the early innings on, from the 4th inning on, in each game. But tonight, they have a 3-2 lead here on the top of the 8th. 0-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. A little bit low. 1 ball with 2 strikes to Abruzzo. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Storm will send up Richardson, Carter, and Jacobo. Last night in the final 5 innings, the Quakes only had 1 hit. The pitch is fouled back to the screen to count 1 and 2. And then they only had 2 hits in the final, well, what was 10 innings of the ball game on Tuesday night. And from the 5th inning on, in the series, the Quakes have only had 3 hits combined. Two on Tuesday, 1 last night, from the 5th inning on. Now Mike Harkey goes out to the mound to talk with David Pauley. Jared Abruzzo, a man that can certainly connect on one and drive it out of the ballpark. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 men out. Pauley is set, the 1-2 on the way, down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Abruzzo has 3 home runs this year against the Storm. David Gates has 4. Those are the most home runs for any Quakes player right now against the Storm this season. 2-2, 2 outs. Now Pauley to the plate. The pitch is on the inside corner. Strike 3 called. Abruzzo claiming to hit him. The inning is over. 1 walk. A man left on base. Pauley has struck out the last 4 he has retired, including the side here in the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is the Quakes 3 and the Storm 2.
Christmas weekend, termites feasting, fishing, tackle, pinks and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Piling lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look at your things. The other book.
When it comes to making their buying decisions, people today let their fingers do the walking through Yellow Book Yellow Pages. It's no wonder. Yellow Book's packed with money-saving coupons, restaurant menus, and vital community info. And with more ads than ever before, it has everything you need right at your fingertips. It's easy to spot. Just reach for the Yellow Directory with the map on the cover and join the smart shoppers who choose Yellow Book, not the other book. Put your business in Yellow Book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
Not the other book.
If your home team is hungry for a mealtime winner, there's nothing better than Original Call Budde. With 9 distinct flavors like smoked turkey, honey ham, and corned beef, we've got the taste and variety that never strikes out. Plus, we've got the convenience that keeps meal preparation time from going into extra innings. Look for Original Call Budde in 2.5-ounce, 8-ounce, and 1-pound sizes at your favorite grocer. That's Call Budde, a real slice of life.
Bottom of the 8th inning, and it is 3-2 Quakes. Mike Richardson coming up for the Lake Elsinore Storm this season. Quakes have played 9 games so far at the Diamond. And of those 9, here's the pitch. Richardson swings and lifts it to right field. Going back on the ball is Weed. He is there. He reaches up, and he makes the catch in the gap. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Here comes Josh Carter. In the 9 games this year at the Epicenter, or at the Diamond against the Storm, 6 of those 9 games have been decided by, 6 of those 9 games have been decided by 3 runs or less. The pitch to Carter, swinging a fly ball, center field. Willits is there. He makes the catch towards right center. 2 outs. Here's Kervin Jacobo. 5 games here at the Diamond have come down to the final at-bat. Now this season, a total of 11 of the 18 meetings between these 2 ball clubs have been decided by 3 runs or less. 11 of 18 games overall on the year. Here's Kervin Jacobo. 2 outs, the pitch. Jacobo takes a strike, and the count 0-1. Von Stutzbach warming up down the line in the bullpen. 0-1 the count, 2 men out. Griffith walked a couple in the 7th. Here's the next big swing and a base hit in the center field. Jacobo on with a 2-out hit, and Andres Pagan will be the batter. Pagan singled in a run in the 6th, hit into a double play in the 4th, and he struck out swinging in the 2nd. Two men out, the pitch. Pagan takes a called strike. The count is 0-1. Away from first is Jacobo, held on by Napoli. 0-1 the count. Griffith is ready. He throws. The pitch. Low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 men out. The pitch to the plate, swing and a foul off to the right and out of play. 1-2. For the Quakes in the 9th, Weed, Heath, and then Sugden. 1-2, 2 outs. There goes the runner. The pitch is blowing in for a ball. Throw down to second base. Not in time. And Jacobo steals the bag. 7th stolen base for Jacobo in 12 tries. That's 2 stolen bases now on the 9th for the Storm. 2-2, 2 outs. So Jacobo stealing to get into scoring position. Storm hoping for a hit. The Quakes need 1 more strike to send this to the 9th. Griffith is set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a pop-up foul. Back down below. And off to our right. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two men out. Now Griffith looks back at second. He throws the pitch way outside. Full count now to Pagan. Pagan had an RBI hit his last time up, and it was a clutch 2-out hit. It got a very important run home for the Storm. That was in the 6th. Storm hoping he can do the same here. Griffith with a 3-2 count, looks back at second. Now he throws. The pitch is up high, ball 4. Griffith frustrated that he didn't get that last pitch. Slapped his glove after he saw the call. Down to first goes Pagan. First and second now, and Skip Adams will be the batter. So either way, if the Storm do not score here, in their perspective, they have the top of the order coming up in the 9th inning at the bare minimum. But now, being pulled back is Skip Adams, and Michael Johnson is coming out. He was activated today from the disabled list. Michael Johnson, who dislocated his knee 7 weeks ago, is coming up to pinch hit for Skip Adams. And Bobby Meacham is coming out of the dugout. So Mike Johnson, a left-handed batter, hitting .241 this year with 11 home runs. And Bobby Meacham's going to come out with Sturzbach warming up in the bullpen. He's going to get the ball from Griffith, and he's going to bring in the closer. So Griffith, his duty to come in and get 4 outs, and a very important one at the plate. We'll take a break and come back and tell you the information about Sturzbach right after this.
If you have a home improvement project you want done, it's time to bring in the pros at Handyman Unlimited. They're your one-stop household maintenance and repair service. They offer a way for you to economically maintain and enhance the life of your home without investing the leisure time. From patio covers to fences and gates, from decks to flooring, window replacement, and countertops, Handyman Unlimited can do it all. Call 909-931-2700 or see them on the web at handymanunlimited.com. Handyman Unlimited. We take care of your repair needs the first time, on time.
We at KWRM 1370 know that you have a choice when it comes to sports radio, and we also know that you're in the right place. By airing the local games that matter most to you, KWRM is your Orange County and Inland Empire sports leader. Whether it's professional baseball, college basketball, or high school football, no one delivers the best in exciting local play-by-play like KWRM. Check out our new website at KWRM1370am.com. That's KWRM1370am.com, and thanks for being a part of our all-star lineup.
Well, it's Vaughn Sturzbach here in the 8th inning for the Quakes. Sturzbach with runners that he has inherited runners at first and second, and will face Michael Johnson. We were mentioning to you before the break, Johnson dislocated his right knee, and this is his first time back in 7 weeks. He was activated today from the disabled list, and he's seen one of the league's best here in a very clutch situation. Vaughn Sturzbach pitched on Tuesday night, pitched 1 inning in that ball game and struck out a batter. Sturzbach pitched the 12th inning of that game. And Sturzbach this year, he's inherited 11 runners. 2 of them have scored. First batters against Sturzbach, 9-32. With a home run and then 1 RBI. First and second now, 2 outs. And Sturzbach throws home. And the pitch is down low. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. For Sturzbach this season, a record of 1-2, a 3.76 ERA in 38 games. And the pitch is rolling away, 2-0. Sturzbach, 15 saves in 18 tries. And this is a save opportunity here. 38 1/3 innings, 11 walks, 44 strikeouts. The pitch. Swing and a bouncer over to first. It's fielded by Napoli. An underhand feed over to Sturzbach at first, covering the bag in time, and the side is retired. So Sturzbach gets the out on Johnson. That ends the 8th. 1 walk, 1 hit, and 2 men left on base. We head now to the 9th inning. Coming up, Reed, Heath, and Sugden. The Quakes are holding on to a 3-2 lead.
It's good to play together on the diamond, but it's even better to play together on your Xbox. When the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes are not on the field, you can usually find them playing Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2004 Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, with several new games for the whole family. Online play with Xbox Live and a new low price of $149. What better time than now to visit your local gaming retailer and pick up your very own Xbox? Xbox, now more than ever, it's good to play together.
This is the WB Presents Pepsi Smash. I'm your host, Nick Zano. After scoring a #1 hit with Last Train Home, here's Lost Profits live with their new single, Wake Up, Make a Move. Wake Up, Make a Move live from Pepsi Smash. Catch all the hottest live performances every Thursday starting May 27th when the WB presents Pepsi Smash.
Limp Bizkit, Lenny Kravitz, Hoobastank, Aerosmith. Beginning Thursday, May 27th, the WB presents Pepsi Smash, bringing you the biggest acts every Thursday, 8/7 Central on the WB.
Well, coming into the ball game now for the Lake Elsinore Storm will be Wilmer Villatoro to pitch the top half of the 9th inning. Let's run down some changes. Johnson goes to first base. He stays in the ball game, and he will be at first base for the Lake Elsinore Storm. And making also some changes defensively, Adams is out of the ball game for the Lake Elsinore Storm. Baker goes to center field, and Baker from center field goes to short. McAnulty goes to center. Or I beg your pardon, it's Josh Carter. Roman goes to left, so let's get this straight. Roman moves from first base to left field. Now coming up to the plate for the Quakes is B.J. Weed. Here in the top of the 9th inning, 3-2 the score. And the pitch from Wilmer Villatoro is swung on and fouled back to the screen. The count is 0-1. Villatoro becomes the third pitcher used tonight by Lake Elsinore. Antonio Osuna pitched the first, and it was Pauley the second through the 8th inning tonight. Now Villatoro in here in the 9th. 0-1 the count. The pitch comes inside. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. Here's the next pitch to the plate, outside. Two balls, one strike. It's a new outfield for the Storm. Roman is in left, Carter is in center, and McAnulty is in right. The next pitch, swing and a miss. And the count 2-2. Baker moves from center to short, and Johnson stays in the ballgame. He will hit in place of Adams, which he pinch hit for anyway. in the bottom of the eighth, and he is at first. 2-2 to lead. Viatoro throws, swinging a foul off to the left and out of play. And the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 to count. Here's the pitch to the plate. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow left, coming in is Roman. He's under it, and he makes the catch. 1 out. Here comes Demetrius Heath. Viatoro is 4-2 in 38 games and a 3.25 ERA. 55 in the third innings for Viatoro. He has walked 32, struck out 56. Opponents hitting .233 against Viatoro. Now Demetrius Heath is the batter. Heath is 1 for 3. 1 man out. Here's the pitch to the plate. He swings and pops it up to right field. McAnulty going back and running now parallel with the warning track, and on the grass just in front of the warning track, he makes the catch approaching the line. 2 men out. Jason Sugden coming up. Shortstop will stay in the ballgame. He will pitch at the top of the ninth, or the bottom of the ninth, and it will be the top of the order in Ramos, Baker, and then McAnulty. Jason Sugden singled in a run in the second. Quakes 3, Storm 2. The Quakes have not had a hit since the leadoff man in the third. Here's the pitch to the plate, taken for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Sutton back in the box, no balls, 1 strike, 2 men out. Viatoro throws the pitch, swinging a line shot foul that skips up into the seats. Behind the on-deck circle, the count 0-2. Here at the diamond, normally you've seen screens that will go from one corner of the dugout to another, or at least behind the on-deck circle. But there is a section right behind the on-deck circle that is just on each side of the respective dugouts closest to home plate. And those sections are not guarded by a screen. So those fans really got to look out there. 0-2, 2 men out. Here's the pitch to the plate, up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Erick Aybar, if the Quakes can get the inning to him. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 men out. Now Viatoro with a high set. There's the 1-2 on the way. Swing, and Sugden fouls it off of himself. Looks like he fouled it off of his front right knee as it rolls up along the first base side. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 men out. They're setting up inside. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Low and in. And it's 2-2. Looks like that ball almost hit Sugden. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 men out. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck it out. Viatoro works a 1-2-3, top of the ninth. Well, we head to the bottom half of the ninth inning.
Sturzbach will head back out there. He'll face the top of the order. Ramos, Baker, and McAnulty coming up. The Quakes trying to salvage a game in this series. They lead it 3-2.
Vineyard Bank, your hometown bank, is proud to support our hometown team, the Quakes. You could say we've been sending a few shockwaves of our own around the local banking industry with a performance that can only be described as, well, off the scale. We're rolling through the region with a creative force that is changing the whole banking experience. Ingenuity and flexibility are our mantra as we look for innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively to help businesses and families alike. As one of the fastest growing banks in California, we'll continue to shake things up in order to give our customers what they need. We don't measure our success one bank charge at a time like some do. We measure it by how we have contributed to the quality of life for our customers and our community today, and for generations to come. We'll be here the next time the Quakes hit a home run, and many more to follow.
If your home team is hungry for a mealtime winner, there's nothing better than original call Budde. With 9 distinct flavors like smoked turkey, honey ham, and corned beef, we've got the taste and variety that never strikes out. Plus, we've got the convenience that keeps meal preparation time from going into extra innings. Look for original Carl Budde in 2.5-ounce, 8-ounce, and 1-pound sizes at your favorite grocer. That's Carl Budde, a real slice of life.
Well, we move now here into the bottom half of the ninth inning with the score, the Quakes 3 and the Storm 2. The top of the order to face Ron Sturzbach. He was brought in with the potential not only the tying but the go-ahead run on base in the bottom half of the 8th inning, and he got out of a jam. And the first pitch down to Peter Ramos here in the bottom of the 9th is taken outside, 1-0. So Sturzbach brought on a 4-out save opportunity. The pitch in there for a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. These two ball clubs will meet up tomorrow night at the Epicenter to start a 4-game series. The 1-1 on the way. Ramos fouls this one out of play. At the count 1-2. The Quakes currently trailing the Lake Elsinore Storm by 2.5 games for the final playoff spot right now in the California League's 7th division. Next pitch, check swing, foul. Back to the on-deck circle, off to the right. The count is still 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Sturzbach rocks and throws. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a line. Foul. Down the line, and the count remains 1-2. Well, these ball games that come down to their final at-bats. So many times between these two clubs, it probably is the single most exciting series head-to-head action, I think, in the California League so far. The pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right, back beyond the seats and up onto the berm. Still 1-2. Of course, I say that I'm rather biased. I only follow one team, but this year, the Storm have won 11 of the 18 games against the Quakes. The 1-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. 1 down in the 9th. Here is Casey Baker. Well, that pitch is a little too close if you're Ramos and the leadoff guy to be taken with 2 strikes. You got to, if you're Ramos, you've got to swing the bat. Here is
Casey Baker. Baker is 1 for 4. The windup by Sturzbach, the pitch home. Strike call. And the count is 0-1. Sturzbach winds and throws the 0-1 on the way. Off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sturzbach rocks and he throws the 1-1 on the way. Swinging a shot. Hit out into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That ball takes a couple of awkward hops to Reggie Willits. And around first is Baker. He'll stop there. Willits got a short hop off the forehead last night. And, you know, it kind of zigzagged. A little bit of a snake ball action there. Here comes Paul McAnulty. McAnulty, 2 for 3. He was intentionally walked his last time up with the potential go-ahead run, or the potential tying run at third base. He was intentionally walked. The man behind him hit into a double play. Now Sturzbach throws the pitch to McAnulty, rolling away 1-0. The reason I said that ball kind of zigzagged a little bit to Reggie Willits is there's some choppy ground spots and some dead grass and different blotches all throughout the outfield here. And it will affect the way the ball skips around. There's the 1-0 to McAnulty, swinging a foul back to the screen. And the count is even to the ball and a strike. Sturzbach this year has 2 saves in 7 games against the Storm. He has not allowed a run against Lake Elsinore in 10 and 2/3 innings pitched. The pitch. Strike call on the inside of the knees, and the count is 1-2. Paul McAnulty this year, 4 home runs and 12 RBIs against the Quakes. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 call on the outside. McAnulty didn't like it. 2 down in the 9th. And the runner Baker holds it first. Now Jesse Roman, 0 for 4, hit into a double play in the 7th inning coming out. Sturzbach, a pause at the belt. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, swinging a big high chop to the first. Napoli comes back, fields it on the grass, steps on the bag, and the ball game is over. And the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes salvage a ball game in this series with the Lake Elsinore Storm, and they win it tonight 3-2. And Von Sturzbach picks up his 16th save of the season. And the Quakes win this one. And a much elated ball club out of the dugout to congratulate each other on the base paths right now. As the Quakes will head back to Rancho Cucamonga. They'll head back a game and a half behind Lake Elsinore for the final playoff spot in the Southern Division race. After dropping the first 2 of this series, they win the final one. And these 2 teams will start up a 4-game series tomorrow night at the Epicenter. It should be plenty of fun. Dominic Woody gets the win tonight. He sets the tone. He pitches the first 6. Griffith and Sturzbach combined for the last 3. And the Quakes win this one tonight by the score of 3-2. We'll take a break and come back and get to the totals of this one right after this.
Please leave a message.
Hi, Dad. It's me. Sorry you weren't home. I just wanted to let you know Mom and I are having a great time here in Laughlin, Nevada. We miss you a ton and can't wait to get home. But unfortunately, our tire busted. Yeah, our spare busted. too, simultaneously. What are the chances of that? And also, it snowed here. Yeah, it snowed like 5 feet, and all the roads are closed. I know you've heard it's the desert here, but it's one of those snowy deserts, not all beautiful and sunny like you've heard. So it looks like we'll have to stay for at least a couple more days. Don't worry, though. We'll keep playing the slots and water skiing and hiking and having dinner by the gorgeous river and going out dancing and stuff, if we have to. Okay, Dad. Bye-bye.
Young or old, there's a lot to do these days in Laughlin. So if you come, plan on staying a while. For more info, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
Let's run down the totals of tonight's ballgame. For the Quakes to win it, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They stranded 6 men on base. The Lake Elsinore Storm, 2 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, and the Storm stranded 12 men on base. The winning pitcher is Dominic Woody. He gets his first win since joining the Quakes and being signed by the Angels last week. Woody with 6 strong innings. He's 1-0 on the year. David Pauley takes the loss, dropping his record to 6-10. Ron Sturzbach's 16th save, and what is now 20 opportunities. Sturzbach save number 16 on the year. Ball game took 2 hours and 49 minutes to complete in front of a crowd of 2,613. Now for my studio coordinator, John Sauter, this is Statesman appointed, inviting you to stay tuned next for the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Again, the final score from the Diamond in Lake Elsinore, it was the Quakes 3 and the Storm 2. The postgame show is next.
Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball has been brought to you by Vineyard Bank, Pepsi, Laughlin's Convention and Visitors Bureau, Allstate Insurance, McDonald's, Galliano Winery, California Department of Conservation, Red Roof Inn, Fast Frame, Southern California Housing, and by Yellow Book USA. KWRM 1370 is the radio home to the California League affiliate of the Anaheim Angels. This is Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball. The Yellow Book USA postgame show is next.
One of the best golfing values in the Inland Empire. That's what they say about Goose Creek Golf Club in Mira Loma. It's every golfer's dream with the championship course designed by Schmidt & Gurley. And Goose Creek Golf Club offers a practice facility, including an all-grass driving range and large putting greens. Goose Creek Golf Club is located off the 15 freeway at the Lymanite exit between the 60 and the 91 freeways. Tee it up at Goose Creek tomorrow and have a great game.
Welcome to the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Look your information up in the Yellow Book, not the other book. This is Quakes baseball.
Well, it's getaway night for the Quakes, and they will head back, and it'll be a happy bus ride back to Rancho Cucamonga as they salvage the final game of this series, 3-2 over the Lake Elsinore Storm. The Quakes had a leadoff triple by Reggie Willits in the 3rd inning, and they did not have not even another run. They didn't have another hit after Reggie Willits' leadoff triple in the 3rd inning. And Willits would score on the next batter by Ryan Budde, and that would be it, really, for the Quakes offense the rest of the night. So they hung on and won despite that. The Quakes scored 2 runs off of David Pauley in the 2nd inning. It was Pauley's first inning of work. Pauley was originally supposed to start. Antonio Osuna, they'll pitch the 1st inning on a rehab start, and he retired the Quakes in order. Pauley gave up a home run to Adam Pavkovich. Adam Pavkovich's 9th home run of the year, and his 7th home run in his last 14 games. And with Pavkovich scoring on the home run, 2 outs later, B.J. Reed had an infield had a single to left.
he would move over to second base on an infield hit, putting runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Jason Sugden on the left side of the plate slapped a base hit back up the middle into center field, scoring B.J. Weed. The Quakes led 2-0. They scored the 3rd run in the 3rd inning to take a 3-0 lead on the sacrifice fly by Ryan Budde, and then in the bottom of the 5th inning, an RBI double by Paul McAnulty, while the Dominic Woody scored the 1st run of the night for the Storm. All of the Storm's hits tonight to produce runs came with 2 outs. That was a 2-out double by McAnulty. That was a shot off of Paskovich at 3rd. Then with 2 outs and runners at 1st and 3rd, or with a runner at 3rd and 2 outs, Andres Pagan singled to left field in the hole past the diving Aybar at short, and that brought in Josh Carter. The Storm, though, on the night stranded 12 runners on base as they dropped this one to the Quakes 3-2 in the 7th inning with 2 men on and 1 out. Dustin Griffith got Jesse Roman to hit into a double play to end the 7th. And then in the 8th, with runners at 1st and 2nd and 2 outs, Vaughn Sturzbach came in and relieved Dustin Griffith on to try a 4-out save opportunity. He got the 1st out. That was Michael Johnson pinch hitting and making his first appearance in a ballgame since coming back from the disabled list tonight. And Johnson grounded to first base. Napoli threw over to Sturzbach, covering the bag for the out. And then in the 9th, with 1 out and the base was empty, Casey Baker singled to left center. Paul McAnulty, the Quake killer so far, struck out looking for the 2nd out. And then Sturzbach got Jesse Roman to ground out to first, ending the inning and the ball game. And so the Quakes win it tonight, 3-2. They salvage a game in this series, and the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes will start up a 4-game series tomorrow night against Lake Elsinore at the Epicenter. And that is when we'll join you next. The pregame show tomorrow night starts at 7 o'clock. It'll be right-hander Jared Wells on the mound for the Storm. He'll be opposed by right-hander Stephen Shell of the Quakes, with the first pitch coming away at 7:15 right here on KWRM 1370 and along the internet at rcquakes.com. Now for my studio coordinator tonight, John Souter, this is Jason Anaforian thanking you for tuning in again to the broadcast. The Quakes win it 3-2 over the Lake Elsinore Storm. They are just a game and a half back now for the final playoff spot in the Cal League Southern Division race. Again, from the Diamond in Lake Elsinore, the Quakes 3, the Storm 2. We'll talk with you tomorrow night.
1, 2, 3.
You've been listening to the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Look your information up in the Yellow Book, not the other book. KWRM 1370 is the radio home for the California League affiliate of the Anaheim Angels. This has been Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Baseball.
KWRM 1370 know that you have a choice when it comes to sports radio, and we also know that you're in the right place. By airing the local games that matter most to you, KWRM is your Orange County and Inland Empire sports leader. Whether it's professional baseball, college basketball, or high school football, no one delivers the best and exciting local play-by-play like KWRM. Check out our new website at KWRM1370am.com. That's KWRM1370am.com, and thanks for being a part of our all-star lineup.